your team is YANKEE Royals, right?
Yes. It says, I think.
Yeah, YANKEE. Yeah.
Sydney?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hi, I am with one of the YANKEE Royals team player. His name is Bilal. Hi, how are you, Bilal?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. So, you're here all the way from Australia. So, have you played here before?
Yes, I have. I played in 2019. That was the first time I played, so yeah.
Unfortunately, you guys lost the match yesterday. So, what do you think where you could have done better?
Fair few different things we could have done better. We all got there quite late. We're coming from different parts of the world, so it was a bit difficult for all of us to get together. But outside of that, on the field, we could have probably fielded a bit better, dropped a few catches. That probably set the tone for the whole game.
And if you guys win the title today, what are you going to do with the winnings?
With the toss,
Yeah, no, with the winnings. Like if you guys win today,
oh, we'll be happy. I mean,
what are your plans?
I'm not sure yet. Well, let's get the win first. I think that's probably more important, and then we'll plan what we do tonight.
Well, good luck to you and your team. Thank you.
It'll be quick, don't worry. Yeah. Good morning. I've been brought in kicking and screaming to talk about the Ashes very quickly with Bilal, who is from Australia. I'm obviously from England. First day has been done and dusted. What are your thoughts?
I was very short. I was thinking when I looked at the scores it might have been a T20, but I think 147 all out for Australia.
Yes. Day two is going to be beginning later today, and England will be bowling. What are your thoughts on the batting from Australia? I reckon you can go above 147?
I think they can, yeah, easily. It was a pretty good day of cricket yesterday, I think, all around. I mean, I follow Pakistan as well, and so they won on the last day against Bangladesh, so that was quite good. But I think Australia's definitely got the wood on England on this game.
I disagree. I reckon England have got this, but we will have to wait and see. But good luck with your game today, and hopefully you guys get the win.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, good morning and welcome to the tree action here at the US Open 2021. Good morning, Sash.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm okay. Just putting things together and ensuring that everything is up and running. And here's the first delivery, a good one, just back off a line. And Chowdhury, who batted well in the opening game. Both teams here, the MACE Royals and the Yankee Royals, the MACE Royals playing their first game. They have actually two matches today. Their game that was rained off on Monday has now been shifted to the outer field. That will be played later on. And now they're playing the Yankee Royals, who lost their game yesterday. And winning the toss this morning, as they did yesterday, the Yankee Royals, they are bowling first again. Yesterday, Somerset Cavaliers, a strong team, got up to 192 for 6 against them. I think they'll be hoping that that does not happen again.
Yeah, it proved just to be too many runs on the board for them to chase down. So we'll be good to see if they can keep the score slightly lower today. And that's much better. Ball from Chowdhury, keeping it tight onto the batsman's pads. And he cannot get a shot away. Everyone just getting warmed up at the moment, getting the legs moving. Fielders keeping themselves moving out in the field. It's another scorcher today. Bright blue skies. And I can confirm that out in the middle it is getting rather warm.
Well, it's a lovely day for cricket. Anyhow, here's Chowdhury. A little closer to the batsman on that occasion. Just feeling that ball onto the bat. It's so critical as a batsman that you feel that ball onto the bat early. Sushant Modani, and the score remains 1 without loss. Just as you were rightly saying, everyone just finding their range this morning.
Yeah, we haven't seen the MACE Royals playing yet, so day 3 of the US Open will be great to see what they've got going on in their locker. As Robin comes up for ball number 4.
Well, I know what you have going on in your locker. Marhatta's tea. You had that this morning. I think you're walking with some. If the cam can pick us up, you may have to hand it to me. Yeah, this is Marhatta's, as you can see, and there's something very interesting that is in the Marhatta. Something called CBD. Yes, Chowdhury, and that's a much better delivery. Coming back in slightly, and there is no run.
Yeah, he's keeping it very tight this first over, making Madani really find his way at the moment, get bat on ball, and hopefully these two at the crease can start putting some runs together. Last ball of the over. And he doubles that down on the offside, sorry. And gets a single. And that's the end of the first over. 2 for none. Pretty good over by Chowdhury there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely, good over. Couple looseners, but I think in the main he got what he wanted to do. He got good areas. He was hitting good areas, and to start like that, it'll give the other bowler confidence as well. So Chowdhury just giving up 2 runs in the opening over, and it's going to be from the far end. It seems to be. Well, we wait on confirmation of who's that, but Ali Sheikh is on 1, and Sushant Modani is also on 1. He is going to face.
Do you think it's an advantage that the Yankee Royals have already played a game?
Yeah, definitely. The MACE Royal, their game was rained off on Monday. So I think that it's now new territory for them. They will want to feel what's going out there. And what has made it worse is that they would have wanted to bowl, not having played on this track before. But the Yankee Royals won the toss and inserted them. So that is even worse for them. But let's see how they go. The toss, we were speaking about Yankee Royals winning the toss yesterday and inserting Cavaliers. And it was not a totally bad thing. They got up to 192. What we saw here yesterday, there's still some moisture in that track. And as the sun comes out and belts down on that track, it's going to bake it. It's going to get hard. The ball will come onto the bat, and later on today, stroke playing will be very easy. I'll say good morning to a big man in the game, Shiraz Najam. That's a slow bumper. And again, it emphasizes the point I was making, Sasha. That ball was dug in. The batsman had to wait for a week and a half for the ball to come. And this is why he didn't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly right. Just his second ball faced of the tournament. Still finding his feet a little bit.
So with the first slip in Bilal Qureshi in place, on that occasion, you have seen Saeed looking to pitch the ball up to see if he can get the ball to tail away from the left-hander. There was some semblance of swing there. But again, that probably is the better option than what he did previously, bowling that, hitting the deck hard. You can't really hit this deck hard. The ball is just going to pop. This time it's an edge down to the boundary. Will it get there? Will it win the race? Qureshi picks it up and fires in the return. Bilal Qureshi. You and Bilal had a very interesting interview this morning. Bilal has flown all the way from Australia. It's not the first time that he has come up here to play. And I think the Australians, they have the English on the ropes.
Yeah, we had a lovely chat this morning. And, you know, just passing pleasantries about the Ashes currently going on. I think it's pretty evenly matched at the moment, wouldn't you say?
Evenly matched? This match is evenly matched.
That was what I was referring to, obviously.
You know, seeing Australia humble England for 147 reminded me of the days of the Great West Indies team, when you had 4 fast bowlers all coming at over 90. You could not rest. One in particular, Patrick Balfour Patterson. He used to break the stumps on numerous occasions. He was lightning fast. And then you think you get past him, here comes Ian Bishop. And then, well, Bishop gets tired and you think, well, okay, you still have Gertley Ambrose to contend with. And then when you think Ambrose has been given a break, here comes Courtney Walsh. And then prior to that, here's Saeed here. This one coming back in, tailing back. There could be a run out here. And the throw was a bit weak on that occasion. And they were able to come through. Is that the end of the over? It seems to be. At the end of 2, it's 7 without loss. But prior to those guys, you had Anderson, Montgomery, Everton, Roberts, Malcolm Denzel Marshall, Joel Big Bird Garner, and Michael Holding.
Yeah, pretty formidable names mentioned there. I'm sure names that batsmen would have feared walking out to the crease, especially after having lost a wicket beforehand.
Yeah, it was entertaining. I had an entertaining discussion with Mike Gatting at the 2019 World Cup. We were commentating in the finals, and you know, I took him back to 1986 when England played the West Indies in the West Indies, and Gatting got his nose broken by Malcolm Marshall in the first Test match. 2 deliveries after, well, Gatting was taken off to hospital. Unfortunately, he had to go to the hospital. But 2 deliveries after, Marshall was running into bowl. He felt something on the ball and he stopped. It was a piece of his piece of his bone from his nose that got embedded into the ball.
Oh, that's rather grim.
Yeah.
That is definitely not something you want to find on a cricket ball.
Yeah, Marshall just, I think he pulled it out, put it in his pocket, and he said he'll give it to Goro Gat when he sees him later.
Return it back to its owner.
Yeah, those guys, they were fearsome. Here's Mudani. Oh, this is a good shot, but there is protection down there. Nice wristy shot. These Asian players, they're very wristy.
Yeah, from the toss this morning, what would you say the pitch is looking like at the moment? A bit sticky?
Yeah, it is sticky, and that'll be the case. Normally that's the case here. Once the weather is wrong, that there's still, I think generally the water level in Fort Lauderdale and Miami, the water table, the level there is always high because this is really swampland. So when you consider that, any addition to it makes it difficult for water to drain off.
Yeah.
And once you have water around the square, it's always going to take a while to drain off. What we see though, and I want to pay tribute, I want to congratulate the head curator here, Milton Taylor, because what you see happening is every day he comes and he has to work with the conditions in which he's presented with. Give a little bit of time with the sun out, you see the beauty of this track, and you are going to see it probably within the next 45 minutes or so. It will start to play differently.
Yeah, and this is the last day we're playing on this wicket. I think tomorrow we're going to be moving on to the middle one, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So it'll be interesting after 2 full days of cricket how it plays differently maybe.
So Chowdhury continues to bowl well. He has now bowled, he's in his second over, none for 3. That's excellent.
Yeah, he's been bowling really tightly here, really restricting the batsman to dots and just the one single in this over. MACE Royals are currently 8 for none and 1 more ball left in Chowdhury's second over.
So outside the off stump, signal wide by the umpire. So just losing the plot there a bit, Chowdhury, but he has been very good this morning. 9 without loss, the MACE Royals.
Yeah, there was a big swing at that ball there. I think it was a bit slower and he just totally mistimed it. However, as you said, being a wide, he gets another go.
This time he decides to get fancy. He wants to bounce on this track now, Chowdhury. So he just needs to, and this is where the software, hardware talk comes in. He just needs to put away the fact that he bowled a wide the previous delivery. He has bowled another. Just put it away. Why change something that is working? He has been bowling well. He just has to stay there.
And we have another go at the last ball of this over. Robin coming in.
This is whipped away. It's going to go rapidly down to the backward square boundary. A nice bounce for the fielder down there. Just a single. So it's still a good over. At the end of 3, it's 11 without loss. And I think we should have a Mad Hatter's tea break. Yeah, so we're back here. It's a bit windy this morning, and you can look at the flags out there. They're fluttering. Side bowls. This is a good line, good length. Just on and about the off stump. And Ali Sheikh just comes forward, leans into it. It's 8 deliveries. So these guys, they're just playing proper cricket. You're not really seeing an intent to take advantage of the power play. Says pops in the air and he's out caught.
Good catch.
Yep, that was an example of what you get early on this pitch. The ball pops on you.
Yeah, and I think the pressure from both these opening bowlers made Ali Sheikh play a shot maybe he wasn't comfortable doing. And as you say, it popped straight up. And a good catch diving forward. And the Yankee Royals have struck in the 4th over. It is 11 for 1. Ali Sheikh going for 3 off 9 deliveries.
So it's 11 for 1 at the moment, and that delivery actually stopped on him. As you said, he was in no man's land, so to speak. Didn't know if to go through with a shot. I think he might have been better served going through with a shot.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You look at it, he was indecisive. Good catch there by the big man coming forward.
New man at the crease, Sandeep Shivaram. Just taking his guard here.
How do you enjoy these pronouncing these Asian names? Do you enjoy it?
I do when I know what I'm doing. There are some names that I wish I was better at pronouncing, but they always have some lovely names.
Like Vangi Purapu Venkatasai Lachman, VVS.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with VVS for that one.
Once Shane Warne, VVS Lachman had scored a double hundred against Australia. This is cut away to backward point. He had scored a double hundred. Australia sent India to follow on in Kolkata, and VVS Lachman scored a double hundred. And at the end of the game, when they interviewed Shane Warne, who was plastered all over that venue, and they were speaking about VVS, the reporter on that occasion asked him, what does VVS mean? And he said, he told the reporter, you tell me. The guy said, Vangi Purapu Venkata Sai Lachman. So the guy then asked Shane Warne to say it. He then responded by saying, very, very special.
Yeah, I think that would sum him up after a double hundred.
Yep. So it's 11 for 1, and here is Saeed. Got away down to the point boundary for 1.
Slightly wider delivery there. Gave the batsman room to cut it away. And Sandeep is off the mark. 1 off 3 deliveries. And the MACE Royals move on to 12 for 1 with 1 ball left of Saeed's over.
Saeed has also been excellent. 1 for 4. That's 1 more. It's tugged away on the onside. It's the end of the over. The end of 4. The score is MACE Royal 13 for 1. And a good over from Saeed. Burhan Saeed. Not to be confused with our guy Saeed, who books tours and hotel rooms. The man who walks around. You will see him. He's a very, very diminutive man. He walks around and he tells you, brother, I get you cheap price. Brother, I get you cheap price. You would see him.
Yeah, he sounds like someone you want to keep on side if he's getting you good prices.
I would love to see a photo with you and him, with him standing next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what we can do for you later today then.
You may have to lift him up to get it to get him in the frame.
See if we can find a box or two.
He's one of those guys who goes to amusement parks and just ducks under the turnstile. He normally doesn't pay. He goes to the subway and then ducks under. In fact, he doesn't duck, he walks under.
No wonder he can get you good prices then.
Yeah. They say when he played cricket with his team, they always played one short. After 4 overs, it's 14 for 1. The MACE Royals against the Yankee Royals in their resplendent blue, yellow. This is whipped away, a beautiful shot. He just kept his balance, played across the line, but he kept his balance. He did not fall away to the offside, which could have caused problems for him, and he clipped it beautifully along the track for 4.
Yeah, Chowdhury will be a bit disappointed with that, starting with the wide and letting his second chance go slightly wayward. And as you said, Madani makes the most of it and gets a 4. He moves on to 9 off 13. New man at the crease, Sandeep, 1 for 3. And we have seen 4.1 overs so far in the first game of day 3. Still in the power play. For anyone wondering why there are so many people around the bat.
It's a short, he pulls it away down to deep mid wicket for 1. So they're starting to warm to the occasion a bit, and that's the nature of batsmanship. Sometimes you play one good shot, you feel one come off the middle, and then all of a sudden your game goes to another level. You switch gears. I want to say good morning to the chairman of Cricket Council USA, Mohammed MAQ Qureshi, for staging this tournament. He has been a tireless worker. They call him the man with a vision, and here he is today. We're all here because of him and his tournament. He's on his way to the ground at the moment. I want to wish him all the best. The US All-Stars, they're going to play today. Let's see what they have in store. They won yesterday easily. It's a short. He tugs it away and he's dropped.
Straight through the hands of the fielder out in the deep. And it looks like he might have hurt himself in the process.
Well, I think the bowler's heart is hurting. On that occasion, you don't attack a ball that is coming at pace to you. That ball would have arrived at him. All he needed to do was to stay put. Look at it. He was actually running in to take a catch that was coming to him at pace. At no point that ball was dipping. So his over-exuberance is what led to him dropping that catch. That's a big miss. So it's going to be Giovanni. And Bilal Qureshi picking up and firing along. Is that the end of the over? No. Still a couple of deliveries to go. And the quality of the catching in this is a very funny tournament so far. The easy catches have been flawed, and we've seen some amazing catches taken.
Yeah, we really have.
Yeah, Keswick Williams yesterday. Look at that.
Yeah, I hope his back's feeling a bit better. Apparently he was feeling a little bit sore after that catch. He will be playing in the next match or not, depending on said injury.
Chowdhury. I think Chowdhury is missing the plot here. He started well, he was bowling excellently, and then all of a sudden he decided to play Jeff Thompson and wanted to bounce people and hit people. And all that resulted in was they hitting him. Because with all due respect to Chowdhury, he's a good bowler, but he's not a rapid bowler. He's not a fast bowler. I will call him a gentle medium pacer. Here he goes again, short, pulled away. And that's one more. Yeah, Chowdhury is a kind of bowler who does not strike fear into your heart. Would you be afraid of facing Chowdhury?
I probably would have been. But that's because batting probably is not my forte. But I can imagine for the experienced batsman out there, he's probably not the bowler they're most frightened of in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely so. You know, he's the kind of guy I would like to face every day and twice on a Sunday.
Yeah, but You're not scared of anyone, are you?
Well, it's the end of the over. At the end of 5, I'm scared of a guy named Jeremy Milani. At the end of 5, we take a break. Let's have some tea from Mad Hatters. Well, the action continues here. This is the last of the power play, and you would want to take advantage of the power play. Dane Johnson is in.
Yeah, we've seen from the few games yesterday that 50 was probably the average that people were getting in the power play, and MACE Royals currently on 26 for 1, slightly behind where they probably would have wanted to be, losing 1 wicket as well.
Well, that's a good delivery outside the off stump, and Johnson thought that he had gotten the edge. I don't know. I don't think so. It's very difficult to say. Probably the replay, we can see if there was any deviation past the bat. But the
wicket-keeper wasn't that excited by it, I wouldn't have said.
No, neither was the batsman. He just walked away, and the umpire was unmoved. And that was a delivery that was pitched around 5th stump and moved probably slightly away. This is a better ball. He squares him up. And he seems to be one of those bowlers. I'm looking at couple early deliveries. Seems to be one of those who gets the ball to shape away. We will see. He was very excited. I don't know if it was the first time he had beaten the bat. You know, it happens. Every ball a bowler thinks he gets a wicket. This is short and wide. Just dabbed away on the offside. I thought that Jivnani would have wanted to have done something a lot better with that. That was like
I think at the moment they're playing with singles, and they're going to want to take a little bit more advantage of the power play. Only 2 men outside the inner ring, and we'll see if the last 2 deliveries of this over provide any big shots. Johnson bowling tightly, coming in for his 5th ball.
That's a better ball, sliced away down through backward point. But the previous delivery, it was short and wide, and he just tapped it on the offside. I don't know if he's aware that there are just a couple deliveries again before the power play ends.
Yeah, you'd like to think that they'd be well aware of what's going on. But as you say, he did miss out on an opportunity there. And we're on the last ball of the power play right now. Or not. We're going to take that again. Dead ball.
Yeah, I want to agree with him. You know, it's a situation where he was not happy with his approach. And when you're not happy, you need to stop. Just don't continue running through the bowl. Just short and wide outside the off stump, and it moves further away, signal wide by the umpire. I see your good friend is here, the fellow commentator who lives in a different time zone. He's here. Did you inform him at dinner last night that the game is starting at 12?
I seem to remember that he said he'd be here at 7 o'clock on the dot.
7 tonight. This is, oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Just touching down and moving away. And that brings us to the end of the over, the end of the power play. It's not a good power play score. But he looks resplendent in his red.
He is looking exceptionally smart today.
For a moment I thought I was Liverpool, the greatest football club in the world. But it's Cricket Council USA, the home of T20 cricket. I also like the shoe that he borrowed from his son. On that note, I bring him in to keep your company.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sasha.
Good
and how are
morning.
you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I am doing wonderfully well and had a good night's rest.
Good.
And no need for me to pray this morning because the first wicket went down and the catcher was on his knees praying. Yes, when he took the catch, yes. So at least we'll have his blessings here in the come box. Well, we hope to keep it exciting this morning, and for you listeners and viewers, we want to welcome you to the third day of this encounter, the 13th edition of the US Open.
We've managed to come dressed in Christmas colours today, you and I, green and red.
Yes, I think the lead commentator there, he got the wrong memo. He came dressed in black as if he's mourning for the losses of the COVID-19. How many you say in Trinidad and Tobago would have passed?
About 25 a day.
About 25 a day. So he's in mourning. We can understand. But Gouge is it who comes in and he's been whacked out of the park for US Open maximum. Remember Gouge had a spell of somewhat 32 runs coming from an over.
Yeah, 32 off one of his overs in the game yesterday. But he did get a wicket with his first ball.
Yes, indeed.
Captain of the Yankee Royals. He's got a bit of a swinging arm action when he bowls. He's definitely someone that I can imagine these batsmen either love or hate to face.
Yeah, because he bowls the ball and he puts it above the eye line, and then by the time it drops at shoelace. Batsman is driving, passing the infield, but there's coverage in the outfield. They're scampering to another good throw coming in from the deep. And as usual, the Yankee Royals would have won the toss and elected to field first. And
they've had the luck of the coin so far this tournament, but as we mentioned earlier, lost their first game yesterday. So we'll see how they get on today.
So Gouge came back very good in that over, having been whacked out of the park for 6. So he's gone for just 10 from his over. So a good comeback from yesterday.
Yeah, I think as we always say, it's so mental that 32 off one over is obviously a score that no bowler would like to see in their scorebook. But 10 off his over here, first over here, and we'll see how he gets on. And if he bowls again.
Yes, indeed. We hope you're going to stick with us throughout the day. We have all of 3 matches to be had, and they're going to be more and more interesting as the day go on. Again, we want to give the curator kudos getting this pitch ready and nice and shiny. It's in its 3rd day, as a matter of fact. No wear and tear of such. Whatever had been done yesterday, the damage has been repaired.
Yeah, they were working tirelessly last night and this morning, getting it ready for another day of exciting 2020 cricket here in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, and in that preparation was Mr. Vinod over there pulling top and doing everything. I'm telling you, the guy is an all-rounder. He had to make sure he instruct even the curator.
He's very hands-on.
Hands-on. Yes, he was pulling. Normally he's a good pusher, but he just had to pull this time. Well, in the meantime, a single of the first delivery, and it's Dane Johnson. Bowled beautifully yesterday.
He did, yeah, and he started off strong again today.
Into the offside, goes straight to the man in the wide, long off position. They ambles through for a single. They're going to need much more than that. They've only lost 1 wicket. So there's a launching pad there for them, but in terms of runs, they've have some catching up to do.
Yeah, their power play was slightly under the par score, we would say. So they've got some catching up to do now. Boundaries are definitely necessary.
Yes, we're looking for over, said 9 runs and over for the first 6, and we're saying that's about par, reasonable.
Yeah, I think they were on about 5 5
Yes.
and over, just under. And they're going to need to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yes, well, then they're not going to do it with 2s and 1s. But then again, you know, it's early days yet. He's striking this one nicely. Down to wide long on. Playing in a V, at least. They're not giving any chances of getting out. They would have seen their first batter go by the way of a caught. Most batsmen are out caught.
Yeah, or dropped. We were saying earlier, we've seen some exceptional catches, and it's normally the easy ones that have gone begging.
That is true. That is true. And we have to look out for Kedrick Williams. He'll be coming in the second game, but yesterday he got injured in taking a beautiful catch down at the deep backward square leg.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how he's feeling today. As you said, he's coming in for the next game, so I'm sure we'll be able to catch up with him.
Yeah, sure, Vinod will have a chit chat with him, and he'll keep us abreast as to his medical condition and physical condition. In the air, he's going towards the long off, but it's not nearly enough in terms of getting the distance to get to him. So, well calculated shot.
Yeah, 5 ones so far. Oh, and that is the end of the over. So 6 off it, is that right? 6 off the over. Lots of singles coming from these batsmen. As we're saying, they're going to need to start finding the gaps. The bowlers are bowling very well to their field placement at the moment, so will be interesting to see how they keep going. And Gosh back into the attack.
So the umpires in today's game is Alvik, and we have Jermaine Lindo. Jermaine Lindo been doing it from day one.
Yeah, they're doing an exceptional job, these guys. Out in the heat all day. And I would say no wrong decision so far, which is brilliant.
So Coach having a second over. First over was relatively a good one. By contrast of what he would have done yesterday, but yesterday is done and dusted. Today is a brand new day. We're starting from ball 1, and again we want to say kudos to MAC and this in the air, splitting the backward point and the third man, and gets it down towards the boundary for a relaxing 2.
Yeah, it was a nicely placed shot. Just needed a little bit more strength on it to go all the way to the boundary. The outfield at the moment is still a little bit dewy. It's so probably a bit slower than I'm sure we'll see later today when the sun dries it up completely.
This one is played towards cow corner, goes 1-2, bounces over the boundary rope. Nice use of the feet there by the striker.
Yeah, that's much more like it. Really got behind that ball and found the gaps, exactly what we were saying he needed to do.
Yes, see, like a ballet dancer, he came down the track and picked his spot and split the wide long on and the mid wicket and got it where the fielder did not have a chance. Outside the off stump again, he's playing a similar shot. This time he's gonna get the relaxing 2 again. Good bit of work down there in the deep.
Yeah, quick running out there from the Yankee Royals. And that's the end of Gosh's second over, and he's gone for 10 again off his second over.
Yes, so they're scoring faster now that the power play has been over and the field has been spread.
Yeah, they needed to, I think, after that slightly slower start than they probably would have liked. But as we were saying, it's their first game of the tournament. The Yankee Royals have played yesterday, so know the conditions maybe a little bit more. The MACE Royals are just finding their feet, getting to know the pitch, waiting to see what happens with the ball, and just finding their feet with the bat as well. And partnership now is looking pretty healthy, I would say, since the wicket.
Yes, indeed. But I tell you what, you see, after the power play, captains always have a way to spread the field, and you'll find that they bowl it really tight in terms of the first power play because the fielders are in. But what they are not calculating is that when you spread the field, you open up gaps.
Exactly.
And then they're scoring more after you would have finished your power play. The reason for that.
Yeah, and also it's a lot easier for twos and potentially threes to come about. Don't know how many threes we've actually seen this tournament. Not a huge amount, I would say.
Oh, there's a good quick single there. Bit of football there, playing the footsie. He should have been putting in the dive and trying to avert a run out. But what I'm saying here now as a captain, and if they were making heavy weather of scoring in the first 6 overs, what they should have done is to keep the fielders in, because what they're doing, and they don't realize, you're cutting off the angles. The only way you can score when the fielders are in is to go over the top.
Exactly like he's just done.
And that's a beautiful shot, inside out 4. And there's coverage in that area, but it was well placed, and that's Jermaine Lindo on screen there, just signaling in that boundary 4. So what I'm saying here, you'll find that it's harder to score once they're playing on the ground because the fielders are in and you're cutting off the angles.
Yeah, exactly right. During the power play, as we saw, they were bowling tightly and fielding very tightly, and since spreading the field...
And here, there's again a late cut, and it's well placed. He's got to get another boundary. Again, the fielder did not put in the dive. I guess maybe it's a little damp. You don't want to mess his clothing up, but you have to take one for the team. You should go put in the dive and save a run.
Yeah, I wonder if after seeing a few people on the ground getting injuries that they're slightly worried of doing the dive. Lots of fancy footwork not quite paying off in the field at the moment.
Well, I don't think he's going to make any soccer team anytime soon.
No, probably not.
Well, it's 66 for 1, and we're into over number 10, a partnership of some 55. It's going, and without taking many chances, getting there. He's whacking this one down the ground in the offside again, playing in the V.
Yeah, these batsmen they're not looking too worried at the moment. They're looking quite comfortable at the crease.
Yes, that Dev Giovanni, he's on 15 from 18, and we have Shushant Modani, he is on 43 from 32. Should I stand in the 40s?
Maybe after 45.
After 45, okay, because I have a way to stump batters when they get in their 40s. That's a known fact.
The unlucky charm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And we've hit the halfway stage. 68 for 1, the MACE Royals. Dane Johnson finishing his 3rd over, 0 for 21 runs. That's not a bad start to the day for Dane Johnson.
Not at all. He's been good all tournament, and he was on the losing end yesterday. But they're hoping that they would have won the toss today. That's first victory. But winning the toss doesn't mean you're going to win the game.
No, not at all. And these guys are the prime examples of that yesterday. Mm-hmm. And at this point, I think it's probably a good time to go for a Mad Hatter tea break. We will see you shortly. And we're back again. First ball of Forrester's spell, and just the single from it. He again bowled really nicely yesterday. Got a wicket or 2, and he's back into the attack in the 11th over.
Yes, so Gowda just pulled himself out of the attack, having gone 2 overs for 20. Maybe he thought the batsmen were getting
Bit too comfortable.
Yes. This time he's stroking this one to the left of mid-on, and he gets a single. They're thinking two. They're going to get it too.
Yeah, easy two there. Ball just died on the fielder who was running up from the deep.
Yes, but the mid-on fielder there, he didn't play the angle well at all. He should have given chase, but because he did not, he allowed the fielder from the long on boundary to run in and gave enough time for the batters to run a relaxing two. Oh, he's playing this one in the air to the right of the bowler. Picks up a single. 72 for 1 over number 11. And we're going to bring you up to date with what would have taken place in terms of runs, wickets, maidens and all the stuff. So stand by for that. Another single. So they're doing it. Planting poles. Later they'll have to put some fence around those poles.
Yeah, slowly but surely. As we've said, it does all add up, but fours and sixes do make it slightly easier to put a defendable score on the board.
This time he's going aerial back over the bowler's head. There's coverage again in the deep. Long on comes into play. This time they're only able to get a single. So after this ball, we keep you up to date with what would have taken place.
Just 6 from the over so far. He'll want to keep it similar to that, if not the same, after this ball.
And this time it's a loud appeal.
Shake of the head from the umpire.
Yeah, Alvik is not interested. He's just interested in saying he got a nick onto that, my friend.
Yeah.
And for that, I cannot give him the LBW decision. Plus, he was struck outside the off stump, about the 5th, 6th stump. So there's no way he was going to get that.
Yeah, optimistic call, but why not?
Yeah, more in hope than just. But end of over number 11, 75 for 1. Giovanni is on 19 and Mudani is on 47, 3 away from that 50. But let's give you some tournament stats so far. This is up to day number 2 yesterday. We have had fours, 106 fours have been struck, 68 sixes. We have 4 fifers, that are 50s for those new listeners. So 4 50s. And we've had no hundreds. We have had 56 wickets that would have fallen. And along the way, we have 6 maidens. So we have 6 maidens. 6, you call it 6 untouched. 6 untouched maidens. This time it's a full toss, been played out to the wide long on. Could have done more with that, I think.
Yeah, I think he will be slightly annoyed at himself for not trying to place that slightly finer.
And I'm going to follow your instruction. Just said after 45 I should stand so that Mudani gets his 50. It's always I always jinx the batter when he gets into his 50s. That's a known fact here in the combox. He's playing with soft hands for single. I think he's thinking more about his 50 than trying to get the boundaries at this time. But let's watch. We'll wait. We'll see if he up the ante after he gets his 50. He's on 48. So when he gets back on strike, I have to do my standing.
Yeah, up and down like a jack in the box.
That's right. But if you can only just whack it out of the park,
Make life a
I
lot
just have
easier.
to stand once. Exactly. Ooh, this one played powerfully back to the bowler. Was there a chance?
Definitely was a chance. I don't think he saw it very fast, and that's hit him, I think.
Yes, he got
right
back
on
to
the
him
thigh.
in a hurry. He was, yes, he was not trying to catch that one. He came back to him fast in a hurry, but it cut the fleshy part of his upper thigh. So
Just a nice bruise for tomorrow.
yeah, nice red dot. Oh, it's a slow delivery. Batsman was the measure of it, but can't score.
Yeah, good fielding from Qureshi there. Quick in, preventing the batsman from even thinking about the single.
Yes, a good night tight over so far. 1-1. So they're holding the MACE Royals in a vice at this time. This time he's stroking this one nicely off the pads. They're just thinking 1, and he's getting back Madadi on strike.
And
And
up you
as
get.
per instructions, I have to get up again. He is past 45. So
40.
we are trying to win him on into the 50s.
Yeah, hopefully he can do it with this ball.
And Vinod is the one who started that. He said, either you've got to stand when batters are in the 50s and gone past 45. Well, he comes in now, bowls, and he's playing this one down the ground again. He's just going to get a single unless there's some overthrows. So I'll have to just be like that yo-yo. Down goes the yo-yo.
You're going to have to go up again. That's the end of the over.
Oh, because he's going to be on strike.
Just have a quick break while they have a change over here.
Yes, indeed. Well, they need to up the ante. I mean, the 4s and the 6s been going for the first 2 days here. But with only 1 wicket down, I think after he gets his 50, I think we'll see some more aggression from him.
Yeah, you'd like to think so. He's batting nicely, 49 of 37 balls. I think he's focused on his personal milestone of 50, and once he's got there, hopefully he'll just feel a little bit less pressured to keep going and put on a good score for the MACE Royals in their first match of the US Open.
Yes, indeed. I want to say good morning to Lenny Archibald over there in New York City. He is listening up and watching, and we'll be happy to be in his company come Thursday.
That's tomorrow. How exciting.
Yes, yes.
Always nice to have some fresh faces around.
So you say I have to stand again. He's on 49. This time he's coming forward. He's getting his 50. That's his 50. And you can see he played for his 50. That was a ball. That was a half volley. That probably could have pushed a little bit.
Could have got a few more on that
could
one.
have got a few more on that. But his personal milestone, it's a 50. No matter what class of cricket you're playing, a 50 is a 50. So no 100 as yet in this tournament. He has time yet, all of 8 overs, more or less.
Yeah,
so
that's the 5th 50 of the tournament so far.
Yes, indeed. And he have done it at a good clip. 38 deliveries, and he would have done it. So he has much more than 38 deliveries left. So if he can bat another 38, surely he'll be able to get the first 100 of this tournament.
Yeah, he doesn't look too worried by the bowlers at the moment. He looks like he's enjoying it out there, taking it slightly slower.
Outside the off stump, it's a wide. The bowler thought he was undone there, but it was passed outside of that guideline marker.
Yeah, gritting his teeth there.
Yes, but he has to reload and come again. This one is closer. The batsman is punching off the back foot. They're running a single. There's a misfield. The ball goes behind him. So for that, of course, you can run off a misfield, because the ball was never within reach in front of him or to the side of him. It was always behind him. So that's good running, good heads-up running.
Yeah, he looked like he had control of the ball, and then it must have just escaped under him, and he had to get up and retrieve the ball again.
He's pulling out the boom, trying to sweep from outside the off stump. It eludes the wicket keeper, and here it is. They're going to be hustling another 2. Are they going to be taking on the arm of the fielder? Yes,
Oh, they are.
My word. That's a weak throw coming in from the deep.
Yeah, not
But
the
he's
best.
holding his arm, so I think there's something wrong with his throwing arm. Maybe the batters are aware of that, because the ball was in his hand, just about 45 yards away, and they took on the arm. They knew that his arm.
Yeah, I think that's the captain Gosh doing the fielding.
Oh, so I guess they said, oh, Gosh bowled slow, so he's going to throw slow as well.
Yeah.
Vinod told me to say that. Outside the off stump, bang, passing point. There's runs here. 1, they're turning for 2. Going to be a comfortable, relaxing 2. A good throw comes into the wicket keeper, 1 bounce. 88 for 1. And that takes Giovanni up to 26 from 29. He too is going to have to up the ante and try to race on to the 50. The 2 batters should not be batting at the same pace.
Yeah, one of them needs to start smacking it a bit more.
Oh, in the air, trying that.
Little cheeky shot.
One of your cheeky shots, yes. And they're getting a double for that.
Yeah, Gosh retrieving it again. That's a better throwback.
Yes, must have came off the glove there because leg buys, but it doesn't matter. The scoreboard would reflect that 2 more to the total takes them into the 90s. It's 90 for 1. Now, like we have said, the launching pod has been there. It's only 90.
Yeah, partnership now of 79.
Right, it's only 1 wicket down. So here it is, where I believe for the next 7 overs, they should be able to score at least 160 runs. Anything less, I don't think that they would have worth the salt. I'm averaging that they should make 155 to 160 from here on in.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on the money there. The Royals, despite only getting 1 wicket, are probably feeling all right at the moment with just the 90 runs on the board. They'll obviously be looking to get one of these guys out. They don't want the partnership building up too much. Usually towards the end, they will start smacking it a little bit more, and will be better for the Royals to have a couple of new batsmen
Here's another cheeky shot again. He's getting runs. He's going to be 2. If they're going to take the arm on, he'll be 3. No, they're settled for 2 early.
Yeah, they maybe could have pushed that one a bit more. There was no one at the stumps at either end.
Yes, and the wicketkeeper didn't take off his big glove in case of a run out. You know, the better keepers would take off that glove and expecting to just get that ball in to avert a run out. And he didn't run up to the stump either, I don't know. Well, it's Hassan. He comes in, and this time he's flicking this one nicely off the pads, but there's a man down at the deep mid-wicket area, and they get 1 for that. So some signs of aggression. Yeah,
they're showing a little bit more intent at the moment. A few more swings and a couple of cheeky shots in there, which we always enjoy if they go well. But yeah, no boundaries as of yet in the last couple of overs.
Well, Hassan is keeping it tight. This is over number 2 for him.
Yeah, just 7 off his 8 balls so far.
Yeah, so his first over went for 4. This time he's going high. He's going in the air and beyond the boundary rope for 6.
There we go. That's what they were looking for.
Just like you said, Budani, he will go, you know, a little harder after we would have passed that personal milestone of 50.
Yeah.
He would have said, the first 50 is for me. Now I'm going to do the second 50 for the MACE Royals.
Yeah, well, he's got to try and put a big total on the board, take the pressure off his bowlers a bit for when they come in. And that 6 is definitely the right way to do it.
And it is, and he's out caught. Slashing at a wide one outside the off stump, disgusted with himself.
Yeah, swinging the bat in anger. But Hassan has bowled really well, nice and tight, other than the 6 on the previous ball. And maybe the pressure's just got to Madini a bit, and just played at that wide one and just edged it straight to the keeper. One-handed catch. It was a nice catch.
Good catch, definitely. 1 for the highlights, because there's no slip in place. He had to go to his right, going up over his shoulder, and he took it nicely. Maybe that's why he didn't take his glove off when the run out was there on the card.
He was seeing what was going to happen.
Yes,
he knew it.
I need to keep this glove on my right hand. I'm going to keep it on because the catch is coming. Well, wicket number 2 down, 99, and I still think they're on pace for the 150, 160, even though a new batter is in. But Giovanni has been there for some 31 deliveries. He's on 29. He now has got to push on.
Yeah, he's got to be the anchor now for this new batsman who might take a ball or 2 just to get into the swing of things, find his feet.
Yes, Sharari. He is the new batter, and he will be on strike. Because the caught behind does not afford the batter a chance to cross in the middle. So he has got to be on strike.
Do you reckon he's going to try and go from ball 1?
I don't think so. I think he's going to give the respect to Giovanni to say, well, you've been here before me. I'll try to get you on strike and let me have a feel. Even though I was looking to see what's going on, there it is.
Exactly what you just said.
Yes, you know, cricket is 85% mental, and as a former captain, that would have been my instructions. Youngster, you're meeting a batter out there who is middling the ball. Get him on strike. You have a look while you're there in the middle. Although you are looking from afar, it's a difference when you get in the middle.
Yeah, exactly that. And he's done exactly the right thing.
And here it is. He's going hard at this one. He's going to get 1. They're going to try it for the double.
Ooh,
yes,
slight
no,
mix up.
yes, no. But it was good too. I'm telling you. He would have been in trouble. I can tell you he would have been in trouble. But then again, I think that Giovanni said, no. I'm taking 1 because I'm going to get the strike at the beginning of over number 15.
I think that was the right decision. Not only was the ball flying back towards the stumps, so I think definitely would have been a wicket if they had tried to run it. But also keeps Javnani on strike, which is exactly what the MACE Royals would have wanted.
Yes, that was the message that went out in a bottle to say, listen, we need for him to get most of the strike. You have a look, but of course, you're going to have a whack at anything that comes your way. Within the hitting arc.
Exactly.
You've got to go.
Yeah, there's no point wasting time. It is a 20-over innings, as I'm sure you all know. 6 to go. The MACE Royals are currently on 101 for 2, partnership of 2, and we do have the new batsman at the crease, but it will be Dev Javnani facing, who is currently 30 off 32.
Yes, so how? He's just got 1 from 1, but he's the non-striker this time. Are you into animals? When you see 101, what do you see? 101 Dalmatians?
101 Dalmatians.
101 Dalmatians.
You're exactly right.
Wow.
And that
Yes.
that story is based in London.
There you go. So, there you go. We bring in the UK. We want to say good morning to the great old Great Britain.
Good afternoon now.
It's good afternoon. So
In fact, it's probably good tea time for everyone back home.
it's always a good time for tea. And here it is, pulling out one of yours, and he's getting a 4. You're going to see that on the replay. It's one for the highlights. It always looks good when it comes off. Always.
Yeah, I'm not sure he got all of that.
Yeah.
Looked like a slight edge, but he's managed to get it all the way to the boundary, and that's exactly what he was trying to do. So
Yeah,
he
he
won't be disappointed with that.
Yes, definitely. He picked his spot. He knew there was vacancy. There was acreage there. There's no one up in the fine leg area. There's no one down in the fine leg also.
15.
Okay.
Morgan new to the bowling and a 4 off his first ball, and he comes up for a second, and that's a much better length. No run from it.
Yes, indeed. Well, we have some blue skies around, a little bit of clouds hovering over, but I don't think we're in any immediate threat of rain.
No, it's meant to be fine all day, and the cloud coverage might actually be nice for the fielders who are out there for a while.
He's stroking this one nicely down the ground on the onside. They're thinking 2, but they would be flirting with danger.
Yeah, probably a wise decision to stick with just the 1. Does get the new man facing Morgan, however. You can see him taking his guard now. Trying to find, I'm assuming, middle stump.
Yes, well, his duty is not to suck up deliveries. So Giovanni has upped the ante now. He's 35 from 35. He's 1 from 1. Oh, he's going big, but missed it. Ball cannoned into his right pad, beating the leg stump, of course. So that leg by signal comes in now from umpire Alvik.
Yeah, managed to get the 1 run, so putting Dev back on strike, which is exactly what they would have wanted.
Yes, but the intent was right. He was trying to go for glory there, but missed out. But you have to give credit to the bowler.
Definitely.
He made a miss. Oh, this one is hit in the air, and he's got it nicely over the deep mid-wicket area, well, in the cow corner area, for yet another US Open maximum.
Yeah, that was a lovely shot.
Just a flick of the wrist.
Yeah, makes it look easy.
Okay. Well, we have 1 legal delivery left in this inning, so I don't think I'm going to be able to stand for this one, because we're going to have the great Vinod Manchad come on in to join you right after this delivery. I'm going to take my leave outside the off stump, and he would have played and missed into the hands of the wicketkeeper. End of my stint here, and I will see you later. And it's a good time to have a Mad Hatter tea break at this time.
A very warm welcome back to Vinod after that Mad Hatter tea break.
Thanks a lot, Sash, and that was really refreshing. So it's going to be Saeed who's back. This time it goes airborne. He could be in problems here. Good attempt by Chowdhury, but just couldn't hold on to it. They come back for 2.
Yeah, no, really good attempt. I think he had to go for that one. And I think the outfield's still a little bit slow, so it's probably knew if he was going to miss it, it wasn't going to go on for a 4. And he managed to stop it as well.
Good effort, though. You have to give him that. And on that occasion, though, Samir Chowdhury went for the shot. His head was in the air, and this is why that one went high, but not really far. So we want to welcome all our listeners across the world as they continue to take this feed. The US Open 2021, the MACE Royals, they are coming up against the Yankee Royals right here at Central Broad Regional Park. And Jivnani, he is in there at the moment. It's 116 for 2. This one is crashed down the ground for 1. What do you think that how many do you think they can reach from this point?
Well, at the moment, I reckon between 150 and 160 is looking likely. But a wicket now, and you just don't know.
Sammy crashes again, and that's a much better shot. He's going to get 2.
Yeah, good running between the wickets, these two.
This time he was eyeing that squarish cover position where there is no one patrolling.
Batsman taking a quick breather after that. Sun is coming out from behind the clouds. It's getting hot out there.
Again, looking for to smash it across. So it's 119 for 2. If they can get up to around 150 from here, it'll be something to work with. But it's good bowling here by Saeed. He's angling it across the right-hander, so he's actually taking the onside part of the field out of the play. So it's basically an offside game now for those batsmen, and he has a deep point on the boundary, which is protection, as well as a very wide long off. So that was excellent bowling. That was good planning, and it's the end of the over. At 4 to go, it's 119 for 2.
Yeah, Saeed's bowled really, really nicely. Off his 3 overs, he's only gone for 11, as well as getting a wicket. So the Yankee Royals, will be very pleased with his 3 overs so far, and I'm sure we'll probably see him for another before their innings is over. Dev Jivnani on 42 off 38 on strike for this new over. And it looks like Chowdhury's back into the attack. Robin Chowdhury. Current run rate is 7.4. I think they'll want to push it a little bit higher if they can in these last 4 overs. And that's a big swing out onto the square leg boundary, and that is a 4. Lovely shot from Jivnani, and if Ivor Henry was here, he'd be standing up. He moves to 46, 4 more until he gets a 50, which would be the second of the match.
I want to agree with you. Anything or any time Ivor gets to stand up with anything, he gets excited. So I want to agree that if he had been in here, he would have been standing. Here is Chowdhury. That's a better ball. He's out caught. So Chowdhury has to realize he's not an express fast bowler. He's a good bowler when he bowls like that. Keep the ball up. Just back off a length at times. Vary his pace. This is what he's all about.
Yeah.
And Robin Chowdhury gets his wicket.
Yeah, you're exactly right. There just wasn't enough pace for the batsman Dev Jivnani to get that over the top of the fielder standing exactly where the ball landed, and probably my fault for saying he was on course for a 50. He leaves the field for 46 off 39 balls, and the Yankee Royals will be really pleased to have broken up that partnership and to get the danger man out, bring a new MACE Royals batsman to the crease. Chowdhury also really pleased to get that wicket. He is now 1 for 24, and this is his last over. We'll see how far he can go, and if he can get any more wickets with the last 4 balls he's got going.
So it's 123 for 3. This is the 17th over, as you were saying. Well, that was a critical time to get that wicket, because you want to break momentum. You want to keep on doing that all the time, especially leading towards the back end of the innings.
Four more balls of this over. 4 and a wicket so far. And I will let Vinod pronounce the name of the new batsman to the crease.
I'll get to you. Valis Samagari.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, on hopes it stays not that long. I mean, song harsh, but so it's gonna be Chowdhury to bowl to Valis Samagari. Easy name to pronounce, and that's a slow delivery. That's hoiked away down to cow corner. Just 1.
He was thinking about 2 there for all of a millisecond and decided, as the ball was coming straight back at him, probably best to stick at the non-striker's end and let the other Chowdhury take control of the batting.
Valis Samagari. I don't know why his parents would have chosen such a difficult name. They could have given him an easier name like Lakshman Shivaramakrishnan.
I mean, it's slightly cruel of his parents, wouldn't you have thought?
I think that would have been his forefathers, because I think that's Valis Samagari is his surname. Could you imagine telling someone that on the phone and they have to spell it? Cut away down to the cover position. This is good running though. He comes back for 2 and putting pressure on the fielder. Samir though looks winded. It's the end of the over, and I think after pronouncing that name, Valis Samagari, a couple times, I probably need a Mad Hatter's tea break. So Sasha was just saying that this game is turning out to be competitive, and I think so. Where's my man Ghost? Did he bowl? Side again. So he keeps this plan of action, which is good. Just pushing it across the right-hander. He may just want to go a little wider, so he can lose more control. Let it hit the toe end of the bat. It's a craft that needs tremendous practice, because you can easily pass that tram line and the umpire could call you wide. Let's see. This time it's straighter and hooked away. Not in total control. The lack of time in there allowed the players to come back for 2.
Yeah, Saeed now in his final over of his spell. He's also been exceptional today. 1 for 14 off 3.2 overs. I'm sure he'll either want to get another wicket or keep the runs low in this last over. He's got 4 more balls, 3 so far off the over. And while the batsman just takes care of his gloves, just having a little break while the bowler waits at the end of his run up. And it looks like he's nearly ready to go, the new man. Valissa Magari, there we go. 5 off 4.
Valissa Magari. Come on, you can do it, Sasha. Valissa Magari.
It's a lovely name.
Yeah. Has a nice ring
It
to it
does.
after a while. Slow delivery. This is an excellent delivery by Saeed. I've been impressed with him. And they take 1. Good running, though. This pair, they're actually running very good between the sticks.
Yeah, if they're not getting the boundaries, they need to keep the scoreboard ticking over somehow. And just another single there. 4 off this over so far, 3 more balls to go.
Well, Samir Chowdhury is on 9. And the other guy, what's his name?
Valissa Magari.
Excellent. He's on 7.
Yeah, it's really got a lovely ring to it. Now,
Yeah.
now I know what to say.
So, Chowdhury's on 9.
Strike rate of 100. 9 off 9 so far.
That's a good delivery. And again, lack of pace helping on that occasion. Not coming up, not getting up. You know, when there is no pace on the ball, but no serious pace on the ball, for these guys, it's going to break their momentum. It's going to break their rhythm going towards playing the shot. And you're seeing that. I think he played all over it because of the fact that he was expecting more bongs.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yes, Saeed again. This is played away down to point. They get a single, direct throw, and a tumbling stop on the onside. Lovely bit of cricket there, all wrong.
Yeah, good backing up there. The batsmen were thinking they could potentially get a 2, but the Yankee Royals made sure that that was not a possibility. Last ball of Saeed's spell, 1 for 16 currently. And we will see how he does in this last ball of the over, of the 18th over, 2 to go after this. And he pushes it to long off. And again, just the single. So really good spell from Saeed. 1 for 17 off his 4 overs. I think he'll be really pleased with how he's gone today, and he's restricting the MACE Royals. They're currently 133 for 3 with 2 overs to go. I think between 150 and 160 is looking likely, and I think that is a score that they might feel that they can defend against the Yankee Royals. Like Vinod said earlier, I think it's looking like it's shaping up to be a nicely competitive match between the Royals, a royal occasion here today in Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Florida. Lovely part of the world and nice and hot with the sun baking down onto the pitch. I'm very glad to be sat here in the nice air-conditioned commentary box with my dear friend Vinod.
Yes, Ash, it's pretty good up here. First day, though, it was not an issue being out there. We wanted to be out there. And now, you know, we were all praying for good weather. This is an excellent shot down the ground. And that's 6. Very good shot. Straight as an arrow. And it came from your good friend, Valissa Magari.
Yeah, they needed to get a boundary, and that's exactly what they've got. A huge 6. First ball off Hassan's 3rd over. Let's see if they can continue to build their total. Currently 139 for 3 off 18.1 overs as Hassan comes in for his 2nd ball. And again, it's hit high in the air, and that's gone miles again. Another 6. 12 off the first 2 balls. That's gone a long way over the cow corner boundary. And Valissa Magari is really coming to the party now. 19 off 8 deliveries.
You know, it's a typical example of when there is, I don't want to say adversity, but there's always opportunity in everything. We saw his name initially and we were like, oh well, here we go again. It's going to be another difficult name. And now we love the name. We saw it, so I think that's credit to both you and I, because we have made a situation that could have been tricky into a pleasurable one. And there he goes back again, so 2 to Valisa Magari. I'm looking forward to announcing the name.
Yeah, it's really sounding good, and he's looking good out in the middle. 21 off 9 at the moment. He's really hoping to get the MACE Royals to a good total at the moment. 147 for 3. 3 more balls of Hassan's over. He's gone for a few more runs this over than he has previously, and that's up in the air. And it's coming down, and it's going to be another 6.
Well. Good old Valisa Magari. He's really lighting up the park. The 150 is up with that shot. Excellent.
I think we're going to be a bit short with our prediction of 150 to 160, especially with 3 sixes in this over. That was big. That was lovely. Can he do it again?
Hassan gets away with it. And he's going to go back for 2. A great feature of their partnership has been the running.
Yeah, they've run really nicely between the wickets. Not happy settling just for the single at this point of the innings. Back for 2. And Hassan's spell was looking pretty tight and is now slightly above where he would have wanted to be with the runs given away. And a slight misfield there has given Valisa Magari another run to his name. He goes on to, apologies, I think that was Chowdhury, who is on 10 from 11, but Valisa Magari 30 from 12, really coming to the forefront of the MACE Royals attack at the moment. 156 for 3, 1 over to go. What do you reckon?
I think with an over to go, probably 165, 170 would look very good, but 165 may well be likely. And Valisa Magari has really, really done well. 30 off 12. I think I'm going to interview him at the break.
I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, just because of the name. So...
13 letters in Valisa Magari. That's almost, well, that
Wow.
is more than my first and second name put together.
Valisa Magari, 13 letters. I wonder if his name is on his shirt.
I think he's just got the first name on his shirt.
No, his back is not that broad.
I was saying his back is not that broad. So it's a final over coming up. It's going to be Dane Johnson. Johnson has bowled well. Outside the off stump. Runs here now for Valisa Magari. More runs. He's going to come back for 2. I like how they are running between the sticks. They're putting pressure on the fielders. And I dare say the Yankee Royals, they are caving into the pressure.
Yeah, they were going to restrict the MACE Royals, and especially after the power play. Only, I think it was 29 off the power play, 27 or 29. And the total, and that's another big shot.
Well,
I think that was a 6. Was that another 6? It is. The umpires raised both of his hands, and that's a lovely shot by Valisa Magari.
Yep. Well, that was a half dozen from the man who has a dozen letters from the alphabet credited to his name, Valisa Magari. So he goes on to 38. Dean Johnson again, and he's going down the ground in the air. He could be in some problems here, Valisa Magari. Yes, he goes out court, and he has thrilled us here at the Central Broad Regional Park. He goes for 38 or 15. Valisa Magari take a bow.
Yeah, sad to see him go, but he did exactly what he needs to do. He scored big, and he's looked good doing it. As you say, 38 of 15 deliveries, a few sixes to his name.
So here was Johnson. It was slow delivery, and this is what got him. His head went in the air early. He lost his shape, and there was the fielder down there running in and, you know, covering ground. He made it look very easy in the end. Valisa Magari is out for 38, and that's the third wicket to fall. It's in the final over. Well, he has done really good. I said 165 could have been, but I think the 170 is looking better now.
Yeah, Dane Johnson's bowled nicely as well. He deserved to get that wicket. It was a top edge by Valisa Magari, and well taken by the fielder. He wasn't going to let that one go. Danger man out, new man at the crease, but because they crossed while the ball was in the air, Chowdhury is on strike for this fourth ball of the over. Whips it down to the square leg boundary, and fancy footwork stops the four, but quick running again.
And they're looking for three. Well, I think Samir has had enough. He's winded. It's very hot out there, and of course you can see there was a lot of ground. It's around midday now, so you know the sun is pelting down. This is slugged away for one. They're gonna come back for two. And you see the pressure being put on the fielder has resulted in that second run. Really, really excellent. 169 now. So that 170 may well be on the cards. And we're talking about the weather. You see our cameraman down there, Bikram Das, seems to be enjoying the Florida sunshine. Last delivery, hoiked away, could be out caught. And he is after a juggle. So the final ball leads to a wicket. The MACE Royals 169 for the loss of 5. That is where their innings ends. And after a slow start, they've really ended strongly here at the Central Broad Regional Park against the Yankee Royals. The last delivery again, Dane Johnson not bowling badly. He did the right things. He bowled on one side of the wicket, and that led to some success for him. Chowdhury remains 13, not out of 12, but you can't underestimate his contribution. He pushed whoever was in there with him to maximize the runs, to run hard, and this is why you see they reached 169 for 5. Ali Sheikh, he got 3. Sushant Modani, he was scored by Haladara Das of the bowling of Imamul Hassan for 58. Dev Jiviani caught Imamul Hassan, bowled Robin Chowdhury 46. Samir Chowdhury not out 13. Alisa Magari caught Rizwan Mazar of the bowling of Johnson for 38, and Praveen Ayaparaju was caught by Hassan of the bowling of Johnson for 2. 169 for 5, and that also comprised of 9 extras. The bowling, just to quickly look at it, you have Robin Chowdhury 4 overs 1 for 28, Buam Saeed 4 overs 1 for 17, Dane Johnson 4 overs 2 for 34, and Sushant Ghosh 2 overs none for 20, Winston Forrester 2 overs none for 16, Imamul Hassan 3 overs 1 for 38, and Jamel Morgan 1 over none for 12. We're going to take a short break. Stay with us. When we come back, we have the reply.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So Adrian, what are your expectations at this year's tournament?
We just came here to show that we got talent out in Dallas. We got a pretty good team. Me, myself, and Ali Sheikh playing under 19s for US, and then Shushan playing for the men's team. So we have a pretty good team, and I think we came here to just show that we got talent. We got, the will to play, and we can compete in big tournaments.
Have you played here before?
Yes, I came here when I was 15 in 2018. I played with Yash Dallas Cricket Boys. Yes.
Well, good luck to you and your team. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we're back here, and we're going to see the reply. First delivery, a full one by Tiwari to Bilal Qureshi. Bilal came all the way from Australia, has been here on numerous occasions playing in this tournament. Remember the target, as I welcome my friend Ivor, is 170. Very strong finish there, Ivor. I don't think we really thought they would have gotten up to those sort of figures.
No, not at all. But good batting. The platform was there in terms of wicket when they started. Power play, really slow, but once you have wicket in the bank, it's like you have money, you can gamble.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Good batting by two batters.
I like that. I like that analogy. Once you have wickets, it's like having money that you can gamble. Because, you know, in the end, you could lose wickets. But if you have more money, you can then wager again and probably win. Outside the off stump. That's a good delivery. Signal wide by the umpire is very close there. But the idea is good. You have the left-hander there. Either early on, you want to be back of a length and going across him. You want to take the onside off the play at this point in time. Let him go through the offside. There's a ring of fielders on the offside. There's a slip in case he gets an edge, a gully, backward point. There's a squarish cover, mid-off, is there as well, and a straightish mid-off. There's also a mid-on the onside, deep mid-wicket, and a man on the third man boundary. So it's a situation where you have 7 fielders on the offside. So you want to stick on that side of the wicket and take the onside out of the play.
Well, this decided to go around the wicket because it was getting too much of a swing going outside the off stump. But like you're saying, it's a 7-2 field. The idea was right. It's just that it started too far outside the off stump. Now this one coming in with the angle, but the field placement has not been changed.
No, and that's the danger here. I think he should have stayed over the wicket and looked to continue. Just bring it closer to the batsman, and that's the problem. It's easy there for Qureshi just to clip it away around the corner. I think that they need to strengthen the onside field if he's going to go around the wicket. I think he should have stayed over the wicket.
Yeah, just get the ball starting closer to the batsman. He started about six stump and going further away. Easy call for the umpire, to be honest with you. But for the right-hander, he's going to be coming back over the wicket. And that's Morgan. I'm going to be taking his first ball from him. So he's bowling those in-swingers. Let's see if he'll get one to straighten him.
This time it's again down the leg side. But it's not difficult to understand why he's bowling down the leg side. If you look at his delivery stride, he seems to be running at an angle towards the umpire. And when he reaches there, it's then difficult to stay side on because he opens up. He's, as we say, he's open-chested. And when you open-chested, look at him there, Ivor. When you open-chested like that, it's easy to get, of course, the in-swing that he got there that had an inside edge. But also, you have to be very careful. That ball, more often than not, could be going down the leg side.
That one was high in that instance. And the previous delivery that was going down the leg side would have been a good one to the left-hander. That's the spot that he would have wanted. He was pitching too wide outside off for the left-hander. But like we say, he's bowling those in duckers, so he's pretty much predictable at this time if he can only get one to straighten. See, coming back into the batsman, getting good swing. It's the new ball, the white cherry. Well, good running there. Made good grounds in the end. They got a 2. So he's off the mark. So it's 2 from 2. So 170 the target. So the run chase is on the way. Early in the day, they would have won the toss, the Yankee Royals, and decided that they're going to insert the... 2 Royals are playing, as a matter of fact, MACE Royals. So it's a royal family.
It's a royal battle. And at the moment, 7 without loss with the target being 170. Tiwari. And you can see Tiwari making a concerted effort to keep it outside the off stump. He has an action that reminds me, it's a mixed action. And it reminds me of the left-handed Soil Tanvir. So that's a right-handed version. So it's the end of the over. More thoughts from Ivor Henry.
Yes, our local boy Tony Charles Reid has that kind of a whipping action here too as well. Bowls good in Docker. Saying good morning to Tony Reid and Tashawa Mills Reid at this time. Well, over number 1 in the bank, 7 for no loss, and trying to get to 170. They would have won one portion of it, but it counts for not winning the toss. That just goes in the scorer's book as won the toss. But you need to get into the winning column. They've yet to win a match. So he comes with Vali Samigari. He is going to be taking up the attack, having batted splendidly.
Yeah, well, Valisa Magari, as I said before, he told me just now that he had reached the age of 9 before he could have properly spelled his surname. And then he tells me he bats number 11 for the United States on the 19 team, which shows me the depth and strength of that team, because you saw how he handled himself.
Well, I think in this US Open, the 13th edition, his stocks has been raised. And I know the scouts are out looking, especially in the under 19. I don't know his age now, if he's still under 19. But going forward, I'm sure he's going to be maybe being placed as a bowling all-arounder.
Yeah, I can see that sort of potential coming to the fore. At the end of the day, he is looking to develop all aspects of his game. I like that first delivery. That's a nice rhythmic approach to the crease. Here he goes. Lovely smooth run up. Nice action, nice high action as well. She's just getting it away down to third man on that occasion.
Yeah, he looks good. Run up is smooth, legato, and he's pretty much chest on, but he's coming from round the wicket. So let's see what his action, his posture would look like coming from over the wicket. So the left hand, right hand combination. He's going to put him under the pump a little bit, because he's got to bowl straight, but not too straight, because remember, there's only 2 men can be outside of the 30-yard circle. So once you can get it up and over the inner ring, away from those 2 fielders, you'll be pretty much, home, getting some runs. We're trying to get all the fielders in place here, so that will take in a little time to bowl to the right-hander. Partnership of 8, and they've got a long way to go, but we're still early days yet. The batsman not timing as he dragged this one from outside off into the onside for a single. And Vinod, you're going to have to tell us and tell the world how England was mauled and pushed over by Australia.
Yeah, we were speaking about that earlier on. England bowled out for 147. Very curious though as to why Joe Root would win the toss and the bat first on the first morning at Brisbane, where the track is pretty quick. This time it's in the air, runs here. He's taking 1. Qureshi, he's going to come back for 2, and that's all they're going to get.
Yes, well, I guess Joe Root put confidence in his batting, and perhaps not wanting to bat last either, because it's a 5-day test match. But let's look at the positive. New captain, Cummings, coming in taking a 5-4 in his first on his debut.
Yeah, 5 for 34, excellent. The man leading from the front, so to speak.
I'm not, I'm not really in favor of my fast bowler being a captain, but Gordon Walsh would have done it.
Yeah.
I wasn't in favor.
Well, Imran Khan did it well.
Yes, so like I said, it's much pressure on the fast bowlers. So
it's the first time in 69 years that Australia Cricket Board has named the fast bowler as their captain. 69 years, the first time. Well, he is showing initially, but it's not going to remain so that he can handle the pressure. It's going to be tough.
You see, he's an out-and-out fast bowler like Gordon Walsh. I can see Imran Khan, I can see Kapil Dev, I can see Ian Botham. Those are genuine all-rounders. The Jason Holders. Those are all around us, the bravos and stuff. But he's an out-and-out fast bowler, lovely shot.
Yep. Pitched up in the arc. It was just all about playing through the line, and that's 4 to Morgan.
Yes, and like I'm saying, an out-and-out fast bowler. I am not a fan of that, to be honest with you. But I'll take it. Australia quite bold, but to be honest with you, I like that Steve Smith is still in the reckoning. Has been promoted now to vice captain. So I always say what has been done is done. It's done and dusted. Warner has, I think they would have made a decision that he would not hold any official captain or vice captain, in Australia's thing. But Steve Smith, there was nothing like that put over his head, so that afforded him the opportunity to be the vice captain.
Yeah, I think Warner undid himself after that. I think it was literally a rough situation there for Warner. Would you say?
I would think so, because all of the Australians, management, everybody was in on that.
Yeah. He just couldn't take that sandpaper and keep it to himself. What was his interest? He wasn't even the captain, So I think everyone was in. Warner was just a guy who was caught.
He's a fall guy.
Yeah. He's probably the brave guy. Probably the guy who didn't think.
Yes.
So.
Well, it is what it is. It's done and dusted. Australia would have recovered in terms of being on the field of play. They haven't fallen off the radar like our West Indies team. I have to say that softly. Fallen off of the radar. But we're going to wish them well there in Pakistan and white ball cricket. What do you think of Pollard pulling out at the last moment because of injury? It was more in hopes than anything else.
I think that Pollard has been battling the injury. Even through the World Cup, he was uncomfortable with it. And given the fact that, yes, they're now playing for points, every match now has significance, I think that he probably thought that give it some time, see what would happen, and if he's 100% fit, then go. I don't think he saw the value of going to Pakistan just for that bilateral tour, being, let's say, 60%, 70% fit. That's my take on it.
Okay. But I'm in with the selectors now. Half of Pollard, he struggled in the World Cup, like you were saying. But they would have named him up front captain. What of the medical team? Did they check on him? Did they do anything? I think they're putting pressure on the young man, Pooran, and Hope at the last moment now that they have to be thinking captaincy. When I think they could have given more time. So I'm faulting the medical staff.
Yeah, some things could have been done better. I don't think Pollard, I think, knowing Pollard, he would have wanted to play, but I think he himself should have made an early decision on it. It's not just miraculously a day or two or a week going to change that situation so drastically, seeing that you were fighting that injury throughout the World Cup. So I think what should have happened there, I want to agree with you, make an early call and get guys mentally prepared for their roles, their respective roles. Here's Tiwari though, and struck mightily down the ground. Will it go all the way? We wait for the signal. 6. So that's 6 runs. 6 takes a score to 25.
And you forgot to say easy peasy. Just a flick of the wrist and away she goes. Had height, had distance. Nice. And he stood there and posed. So, yes, because when you're moving a captain from a position, now it's a domino effect, because now you have to get a captain. That might be the easy path to elevate your vice captain, but now you have to go and look for a vice captain to help a junior guy, as in Hope, to go and captain a 50 over. Not in the short version, the long version. I don't think it's fair to Hope, I'm telling you the truth. I don't know if you have ever captained a canoe.
No.
Well, you asked him to get on the world stage to captain a team in Pakistan, away from home, no crowd support, just the supporting staff, back home staff. And now, who's his vice captain?
Yeah, I think Puran is his vice captain, though.
Okay, now, so here comes trouble for me. Puran is the captain of the white ball in 2020. You add another 30 overs, and Puran cannot think enough to captain the 50 overs? I mean, we're talking cricket.
Yeah, I think because Puran is a fixture in the 50 over format as well, then give him both.
Exactly. That was a
puzzling.
no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's puzzling. Can we get the missing piece of the puzzle? Could we order it? Because he's not here in the box. We cannot fix this puzzle. It is a puzzle with a missing piece. But we're into the 13th edition of this, the US Open, and we're speaking cricket along the way.
Yep. Good shot there by Qureshi, just using the pace of a young Valisa Magari, and that's into the boundary for 4. It was short, it was too wide, and he just came across and played it down to the boundary. Qureshi goes on now to 12 of 9, and Morgan is on 13 of 10. A good start here. They're going at close to 10 and over.
And trust me, that's an excellent shot, because there's a man stationed there. Only 2 men can be outside the 30-yard circle. There's a wide third man and a sweeper cover. And he just guided it to his right with enough pace, like you said, from the delivery. Oh, this time naughty, though.
I think that one was a wide.
Yes, but the umpire is saying that he stretched across, but I think he erred there because he did not move across.
He didn't move across.
Right, he just stretched across.
If we can just get the replay on that,
yeah,
we may be able to see it a lot better and be able to comment a lot better on it, because he stood his ground.
Yeah, he didn't move his feet, he just stretched, and that should have been a wide.
Yeah. Drives nicely through the offside. Languid shot, beautiful shot, all timing, graceful. A shot there by Qureshi for 4.
And shots like those, what do you do? The crowd and the listeners want to hear. What do you do with stroke like those when you're in the grounds? We're waiting for you, Vinod. Stroke like those, you already paid your money. What do you do?
I leave the ground, I pay and come back in.
Well said.
Yep.
Couldn't say it better myself. That shot worth the money. It's a good, proper cricketing stroke.
Yeah.
Outside the off stump, guided with timing, a collision type stroke.
Yeah, there's time and there's a place for proper batting in T20 cricket. You're seeing it here from Qureshi. And this time it's a wide. The difference with this and the last one was the fact that Qureshi didn't play a shot.
Right, but he did the same thing.
Yeah, he didn't move. He didn't move the last time.
Right.
He did move this time. You know, that was the difference.
Right, so well, the umpire has redeemed himself. I really thought it should have been given wide, the first one, because he stood his ground, but he stretched his bat. This time he stood his ground and the bat was just halved out, and he decided, well, I will call this one. Pulling well.
Oh, glorious shot. And the young Valisa Magari would learn pretty soon that these guys could bat and bat properly. Qureshi is coming from Australia, where he will be very adept at playing those deliveries, short deliveries, because of the nature of the tracks down there.
Yeah, that was pushed halfway down the track, though. It was a real poor delivery with only 2 men outside the power play, the 30-yard circle, and they're stationed in the offside. So it was always going to be boundary as long as it passed the 30-yard circle. Well placed, good shot. No wind up and swing. This guy has timing. He knows what he's doing. He's scoring on both sides of the wicket. Trouble for the Royals.
He drives. What a shot! But there is protection down there. You know, that looked pretty.
That's the one you say, oh, glorious.
Yeah. Lovely shot by Qureshi. He goes on to 21. I'd like to see this guy bat.
The shot of the day.
Yeah, look at it.
Although he only got 1 for it, look at that.
Beautiful indeed. I think that deserved 4. If I were scorer Roddy Lalman, I would have put 4.
You should say if you were the umpire. Landman can only put what the umpire signal. If you were the umpire, you would signal.
Lalman is in control. He's his own boss. He can do what he wants. 39 without loss.
I'm ducking.
Good start here. They're up to 10 runs and over. And it's Morgan, who has also played well. Look at that. Even good running by Qureshi. When Morgan took off, he could have shook hands with Qureshi. He was up there already.
Yes, like we saw that partnership with the two under 19 players there from Western Pass. That partnership there, the running was exceptional.
That was Yannick Otley.
Yes.
And Trevon Griffith.
Yes, they need to take a page out of those guys' books. They were running without even calling, just looking and getting the fielders off guard and running the twos. Easy peasy. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed looking at those two guys rotating the strike yesterday. And one eventually got run out, but after the damage had already been done. Well, we're up to 40 days and 40 nights. That's what it is in the Easter. We're getting close to Christmas. Season greetings to you, Vinod. I'll be the first to tell you. Season greetings.
Thank you. Same to you, my friend. I know you're a man that celebrates on all occasions. We've had many conversations with you for Thanksgiving. You always, early on, you always spoke about your turkey. And those were the days when US Open were played in November at times.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I remember those good days.
Thanksgiving US Open days, yes. Well, I came in this morning and you told me Merry Christmas because I light up like a Christmas tree in my outfit.
No, honestly, we were looking at you and Sasha Craze made the remark that you were looking very sharp. I think she enjoyed your coordination this morning.
I take a bow.
So they're going at 10 and over, which is good. The target is 170. And it's going to be our guy Qureshi, Bilal Qureshi, who is batting 21 of 13 with proper cricket shots. You see a man 21 of 13 and you think that, he's pelting the bat. But no. Proper cricket shots. Let's wait and see. And he's going to face some Gidam. Gidam starting too far outside or too straight. And that one signal wide.
Yes, well, at least pitch outside the leg stump, still going further down the leg side. So he's got to pitch that in line. It would have been a beautiful delivery to the right-hander. To the left-hander. Easy call for umpire Jermaine Lindo. Sammy driving back along the ground on the offside. Can't score. This guy looks nice. He looks pretty. He's easy on the eyes.
Yeah, he's easy on the eyes. Easy peasy, as you like to say.
Yes.
I'm looking at Gidam after two deliveries. He seems to be one of those crafty medium pacers with experience. As a huge aircraft goes flying just above the stadium, probably heading where? Into Hollywood?
No, he's leaving Hollywood. I guess came from the east. He's going probably towards Texas. He's going westward.
I can look at it like if our cameraman can pick up that huge aircraft. It's going to the east. I'm seeing about
it's going out west.
West, sorry. Yeah, it's not that filled either. I'm seeing about 25 people on it.
Yeah, that's close it is. Yes.
That's how close. Gidam bowls again down the leg side, and this is runs for Qureshi. He takes one. He's going to come back for two. Let's see if
the ball wins the race.
The ball wins the race. So that's 4 runs. Any signal from the umpire? No.
Yes, a signal from the umpire is signaling 4 runs.
Well, in terms of a further signal of a bye or leg bye, no. So you can see Gidam, and yes, just helping it away around the corner. So Qureshi is looking good here. He's on 25. As your good friend Leonard Archiba, very stodgy batsman from Guyana, blocks everything that comes his way. He bats for 10 days and makes 12 runs, just over a run a day. He likes to say a good-looking shot outside the off. So I'm just fanning on that occasion. He needs to get back and across and punch it, because the offside field, acres of space out there.
Yeah, his eyes lit up there, because once he would have punched it through the inner wing, it would have been 4.
Have you ever seen Leonard Archibald bat? He posts these videos, New Year's morning sweat, Christmas Eve. Recently he posted again Thanksgiving knock, and he's always defending. He's always on that front foot.
So he's defending his wicket.
Nice high elbows, and sometimes I wonder who's bowling. You can read the maker of the ball when the ball is passing, and my boy is bat and pad close together. The end of the over, the end of 5, it's 47 without loss. The Royals, they are chasing 170. I'm going to leave you now, Ivor the Great, and coming is Sasha out of the UK. She's enjoying the weather, but she tells me she's enjoying the biryani even more than the weather. Imagine if she gets West Indian food, Ivor.
Oh, she's been promised some West Indian food, some curry goat.
Take her down that trip, man. Take her down a trip down the West Indies. Start in the northern end of like Jamaica and take her straight to Southern Guyana and let her know the kind of fare that we have.
Well, Danny Khan would have offered her some curry goat before she left. I was privy to that listening conversation, so I'm going to make sure that she holds Danny Khan to that. In addition, you're going to get her some Trinidad food, and I'm going to get her some St. Kitts Nevis food. So, Sasha, you're in good stead.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I'm looking forward to all of this food. I'm going to be 10 tons heavier by the time I go home.
Oh, we have a lot of boutiques here, so make sure you get a new wardrobe.
Shopping and food, what can I do wrong over here?
Welcome back. 47 for no loss. I don't stand up when the score is in the 40s, just the individual. 1 bounce 4, and this time Croatia is tugging this one from roundabout off stump. We're still in the power play. You came in just in time to end this power play. He goes on to 30 from 19. The 50 comes up.
Yeah, the Yankee Royals are going really well here. If you remember, the MACE Royals only getting, I can't remember if it was 27 or 29 in the power play, and the Yankee Royals are way ahead of that with 51 with no wickets, and still 4 more balls to come.
In the power play, yes, the partnership of 51, because these 2 batters came in at the top. Morgan is keeping company, haven't been getting much of the strike, just 12 deliveries, and he has contributed 14 runs in that. So Ali Sheikh is in his second over.
Yeah, he looks like he's bowling tightly.
No, it's his first over.
First over. 5 from 3. And I think Qureshi on 31 of 21, he got all fired up after our chat this morning about the Ashes. He was ready to prove a point to me. Australia can do it, and so can he.
All right, well, he's inspired by that, and we spoke earlier, Vinod and I, we are congratulating Cummings, the new captain, and Joe, the old veteran. He's been questioned, why would you bat in Australia?
Your guess is as good as mine, and probably quite a lot of English people back home questioning a few decisions that were made yesterday. But today is a new day. Day 2, you never know what's going to happen. It could rain, which is probably the best thing for England at this time.
Wait, no, why not try to knock them over for less than 150?
Well, that would be brilliant. That would be really brilliant. We've seen it before.
Yeah, well, that'll be better than asking for the rain gods to come and rescue the might of England.
Yeah, you're probably right. Got to stay positive.
That's right. Well, it's unfair, you know. I say a captain should be captain, but it's always captain, team win and captain lose. Now, Joe is getting all the sticks, and for all you know, Joe might have been the only one saying, I wish to go and bowl, and been overruled and override by management.
they've said that they've gone on past stats, and it's proven that batting first has been the better decision. But I don't think they've really taken into decision the conditions at the time. And yeah, we'll see how it turns out, I suppose. It's always an interesting decision, the toss, and yeah, we're just going to have to see how it plays out. 4 more days to go. Lots can happen.
Well, everything went wrong because here is a 5-day test match. You won the toss and you just decided you're going to bat, and then were bundled out in 50 overs.
50.1.
Oh.
Thank you. I'll have you know. I'll have you know.
No, you made me really laugh out loud on that one. Okay, I beg your pardon. They were bowled out in 50.1.
Thank you.
overs.
That's more like it. Don't want you to take anything away from the English team there.
Did you hear that? I said it. One of the this is going to be a no ball. This one was about shoulder height. He did well to get some will on it, and that's the thing about the high fast pitch no balls. Now I was in danger of getting knocked over, but because I run, my batter is going to enjoy the free hit. It's so unkind. But I was saying, Sasha is really hard on me. I said it's an ultimate sin.
Harsh but fair.
Okay, well, I'm going to let the Vinod be
the
judge on this one. I said they would have won the toss, England. And here is the ultimate sin, that they would have been bowled out in 50 overs. She said, no, 50.1.
Which is factually correct. And that free hit has gone miles. As you can see, the fielder having to jump over the gates here to go and retrieve the ball, and Morgan really coming to his own here. 21 off 15, and that's 6.
Ivor, you never allow the English to get to you. Every time Sasha is heading in that direction, you know what I always say? 1984, 5-0.
Not again.
1986, 5-0. 1988, 4-0. And there was a lot of rain at Trent Bridge. And I leave it as that.
Someone help me here. What can I do?
Well, I'm going to use your words. Everything he would have said, it's a fact.
Factually correct.
Factually correct. Because that's what he threw in my face. When I said 50 overs, he said, no. The fact it is 50.1. That one means a lot, and that's fair.
Got to give the batsman their due.
Yes, they batted an over 50 overs. 1 ball over.
Yeah, if we're being honest, it was a poor show, but as we've said, 4 more days to go, and anything can happen.
Yeah, it's not how you start, because West Indies in the last match got first inning on Sri Lanka, and we all say, oh, good, and then they were embarrassedly
Yeah, you're right.
on the losing end.
That I would assume is another no ball, and no, just the 4.
No, yes, just the 4. He was coming down, it was wide, but it was a ball that was hung up at saying, look me, hit me.
I would have thought that was above waist height, but the umpires know best.
Yes,
And
it was above waist side, outside the off stump.
but he's managed to get it away, and we go again. Jamal Morgan, 25 off 18, facing the next delivery.
Well, Skrillex thought the ball was coming down, but it would have come down after it would have passed him. Down the leg side, this is wayward bowling. Come on, you've got to defend your 169 that you would have worked so hard for. You're giving it away.
Yeah, partnership now of 67. No wickets so far. Both batsmen seem to be playing nicely so far.
Well, do you have anything to do with these teams? Because, they are Royals.
I sadly do not. I wish I was a Royal. That would be lovely. And bowler comes in again, and that ball is caught. He's out. And the wicket of Jamal Morgan is a great one. That was a lovely catch. Straight down his throat. He would have done well to drop it, to be honest. He didn't have to move at all. But Rakesh Kumar Gadem has got his wicket, and he'll be thrilled for that after a couple of loose balls. And as you can see here, great catch, great take, soft hands, safe hands. And the Yankee Royals 67 for 1 after 6.5 overs. New batsman coming in is the wicketkeeper, Haladra Das. And Qureshi will be giving him a little bit of background information on what's been going on so far, what the bowlers are like, while he has a drink here.
Well, wicket number 1, and he came in the 7th over, 67 for 1. And we have 103 to get from 79 legal deliveries. But then again, Qureshi is still there, batting beautifully, 33 from 23. And here we did the replay again, getting an outside edge, and was taken about 3/4 way to the boundary. Easy catch.
Yeah, he looks pretty chilled after that one. No celebration needed.
Yep.
Easy as that.
Who celebrated was the bowler. For some reason, he must have been having some words there with Morgan, and when Morgan would have left, he was really happy. Comes in now outside the off some edge and past the wicket-keeper's right hand. Did he get a touch onto it? But
Was that a drop catch there?
we'll see the replay coming up. It was away from him though. He got a hand on it, and
Yeah, it'd be good to see that again if we can.
yeah, I wish we can see the replay to see if there was a chance there. Went to begging. Then it would have been 2 in the over for
Would have been on a hat trick.
yes. So Gedam, okay, well, a bit slow on the replay here. The last delivery.
21 off his 2 overs, and that wicket as well, the only wicket of the Yankee Royals so far. 68 for 1 off 7 overs. And they're above the required run rate, which is the 3 words I always struggle to say well. And the wicketkeeper Das is on strike for this new over from Ali Sheikh. Here we go.
And this one off the pads, the toeing of the bat, and gets it away for a single and brings Qureshi on strike. Total on to 69 for 1. 1969 was a very good year for Vinod.
And why is that?
He'll tell you later. 1969. He'll tell you.
I know a song about the summer of 69.
Some of 69? Can you sing one line of it?
No.
Okay, well, we'll pass on that.
Those were the best days of my life.
The folks,
I've heard.
And the listeners and the viewers out there giving you a lot of kudos, saying you're keeping it lively in the thing, and good laughter.
I'm glad to hear it. I'll try not to be too annoying on the mic with my laughter.
No, but one lady in New York told me, said, I feel I was listening to cricket in Lords when I heard that English voice.
Oh, well, I'm very glad to hear it. Everyone, next time they make their way to Lords, I'm just up the road. Do let me know.
Okay, yeah, that's Murtris Nisbet over there in New York. She called last night. This is a lovely shot, but there's coverage in the deep. As cover sweeper comes in, and just one. Yes, she would have said that last night on my way home. Said, I enjoy the commentary, especially the English accent.
Well, I would personally prefer the West Indian accent, but
it always happens that way.
it's
she's
nice to have a
she's
mix.
West Indian.
Nice to have a mix.
Yes. This one is going in the air. There's a man settling down there, and he takes the catch. Wicket number 2 goes down.
Yeah, that was a good catch in the end. He set himself up. I think he just had to lean forward to get it. Stud stuck in the ground. And I'm sure Ali Sheikh will be very pleased that he didn't put that one down. And as you said, second wicket for the Yankee Royals.
Yeah, that goes 2 from 2. Will be 2 from 3, I guess. You're seeing the catch now. It was a shoestring catch. He got in. I think he could have taken another step in, though. I mean,
Yeah, I think
he took it, but
he'll be pleased that he did take it.
yes, and his team would be pleased. But I think you want to take it. Give yourself a second chance, just in case it bubbles. You know, up here you catch it before it hits the ground. But it would see, it would be like a slip catch. You ran in and halted. Now you can take a catch that low in the deep if you're continuing running.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
he had enough time to settle, and he settled, and he decided, I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to look at it. See, he was down on one knee. Like the first catch this morning, the guy went on both knees and prayed and said, my joy has come.
And certainly got his wish.
Yes. I was wondering if you're going to sing Joy to the World.
No, I don't think anyone needs to hear me singing.
Yes, well, Croatia is still there, and there's hope for the Yankee Royals while he's there. They would have won the toss this morning. Yankee Royals inserted in the MACE Royals, and now they're trying to overhaul the 169 which was on board. And in cricket, you just have to win by 1. Therefore, a target of 170. That's what's required to get the win. The MACE Royals, that's NDCC, they're going to be in hopes of either getting a further 8 wickets or the next 12 overs to make sure the required runs would not be realized.
Yeah, they're currently on 8.8 and above the required rate of 8.3. Exactly 100 runs to get for the win.
Yeah, they're going to try to get that run rate, the required run rate, up to say about 10 or 11, because nothing puts you further behind the clock than losing wickets, and they've lost 2 quick and in a hurry.
They have. As soon as I've come on, in fact, I wonder if there's a coincidence there. Hopefully not.
We'll have to mark that, because Vinod would have marked me and said I'm jinxing batsmen in their 40s. And he made me stand ever since in the combox.
Oh dear, I don't know what he's going to make me do then.
Yeah, so he's working out something there. You know, he's always up to something. He said every time you come at combox, somebody loses a wicket. So he's gonna, when his favorite batter is batting, he's gonna say no, not Sasha. And this one is pulling one bounce down to the deep backward square leg. Gets a single.
Yeah, important to get Qureshi back on strike here. He's currently 34 off 27.
Do you think we have a momentum shift with those 2 quick wickets?
It feels a bit like the momentum's changed. I think the MACE Royals will feel that if they've smelt a bit of blood, they can really keep going for it. And especially with the new batter in, they'll really want to get him back on strike, see what they can do.
Yes, well, with this middle overs here, they're going to try to keep it at a minimum. Now, these 2 batters have some work to do. I think Croatia will have to curb his aggressive style now and try to just work the ball around. 8 runs and over, that's easy peasy, down the leg side. And they're going to get, I think they're going to take the arm on. It's going to be 2 here. Let's see if it's going to be wides. Yes, so 3 runs added to the total. And you still have to go on bowl all 6 deliveries.
Yeah, Forrester wasn't keen for the second run there, but Qureshi was halfway down and he said, no, get back to the other end. I'm going to have the strike here. And I think it was definitely the right decision there.
Yes. Yes, there it is. Well, that's the idea. You see, you have got to curb his aggression, and now these middle overs have to push it around, tug it around, and build a partnership.
Yeah, these are the overs that are really important. They've got to make sure that the required run rate, I'll try not to say that too often, doesn't get too far out of reach as they did yesterday. And it looks like a couple of 1s, 2s here and there is going to really keep them on top of the scoreboard pressure.
Yes, well, Madani's in for his first spell, first over. Again, sensible batting, just tucking it around, keeping it along the turf. No chance of being caught off the ground. So the US Open, you know, it's of a high standard, and this is the high standard in the US, apart from the ODIs, you know, those are ICC approved matches. But in terms of matches that are slated in the US, this is the biggest one yet. Oh, they're going to be taking on the short fine leg up in the circle. Good running there. So Forrest they was backing up beautifully, sporting the red cap.
Yeah, exactly.
Red helmet, I should say.
Yeah, exactly what you were saying. These singles, they do add up, and they keep putting the pressure on the bowler who's trying to keep it tight. Looks like they've brought a few fielders in closer to stop them on the offside, but leg side's looking slightly more open.
There's going to be a two. That is good running again and good thinking. Just there was a man stationed down in the deep mid wicket, and he ambled in, and the batters just looked across, and without maybe even shouting two, just took off. And by the time the throw would have come in, of course, Forrester would have made good his ground. So this is good batting, good sensible batting. Not chancing anything, 91 from 67.
Just nice placement of the ball.
Yes. Here he is again, stroking this one for a single.
Yeah, slightly harder than his hit before. Went to the fielder a lot quicker, and therefore only the single off it. And he retains the strike at the end of that over. 9 overs gone. Yankee Royals are 80 for 2, and time for us to take a Mad Hatter tea break.
First delivery has been swept away, doing some house cleaning. There's a man chasing, but it's going to be all in vain to stop it within the boundary ropes. Not in vain for him to collect beyond the boundary ropes.
Yeah, Forrester getting more into the swing of things. He's 9 off 5 now.
Yeah, this fielder's afraid to put in the dive. Put in the dive and save your team 2 runs. It'll be only 2 runs if you put in the dive. But the ball won the race.
Yeah, we haven't seen a huge amount of diving in the outfield, and I wonder if there's a reason for it.
Maybe they only have one set of clothing.
Yeah, save on the laundry.
Yes. Another single. This one stroked nicely up to the mid-off region and bring the south par. Croatia on 36 from 29 deliveries. But like I said, it's cause for caution now, having lost 2 early wickets. Shaking this time, he's playing this one here nicely, but there's coverage again out in the cow corner region. He just get one for his effort.
Yeah, he's playing nicely, sensible shots, nothing too loopy in the air that's going to cause the fielders any excitement, but batting nicely.
Yeah, Forrest sporting the red helmet. It's on 10 in double figure strokes. This one nicely. He's going to get at least one as the long off runs to his left. Picks up and throws back in, but the batters are in no danger of getting out the way they're playing right now.
No, just keep doing what they're doing. Don't lose any more wickets, and they're on track for the win here.
Yes, because the required run rate is coming down slowly without any big hit. There's the boundary in the over. This time he's playing an aggressive shot, but down the ground for a single.
As a reminder, the Yankee Royals played yesterday and lost their first game, so they'll be really looking for the win today to redeem themselves. And the MACE Royals, it's their first game, so they'll be looking for the win as well to get off to a good start.
Oh, a direct hit would have been interesting. I think he was not even in the frame.
Yeah, Forrester looked rather relaxed in his run back. Wasn't concerned by the throw.
Yeah,
But as you say, direct hit, he would have been walking.
yes, it would have been. So good effort there by the bowler to his own bowling. He not only tried to prevent the single, he tried to get a wicket number 3 with a 1 out. It doesn't matter how they come, and that's good. Some bowlers would say, no, I don't want the 1 out because it doesn't go to my credit in terms of in the wicket column. It goes to the team. So why would I run him out and I still have another over to bowl?
Yeah, I think he would definitely be playing for the team there, throwing at the stumps. He just had the 1 stump to aim at, so it makes it a little bit harder. But as we said, he's got to go for it. And if he had hit, it would have been out. But
It would have been out, yes.
as the case is, Forrester's still here, and he's on strike for the next over. Halfway through the Yankee Royals innings, and they are currently 89 for 2, 10 overs remaining.
Easy like that, 9-1 coming from the last over. This time he's slog sweeping out to wide long on for a single. And that's Forrest. He's on lucky 13. But Qureshi, who would have curbed his natural aggressive instinct. He played some lovely shots this morning. Some beautiful off-driven shots. And because of those 2 early wickets, he would have shown that he can change gears and step it down. There it is with a nice flowing off drive again. Just knowing that, well, singles can do it from here with a double in between.
Yeah, they don't need to push for the boundaries, just when a loose ball comes, make sure it goes away, and like you said, just with the singles, they can push through for the win.
Yeah, the required run rate is going into reverse for the MACE Royals. They wanted to get that going up from 8, but it's coming down. So the Yankee Royals are getting the better of these middle overs.
Building a nice partnership as well between these 2 batsmen.
Yes, not sucking up too many deliveries. The dots, the poles, as you like to say, the poles are here. So when are we going to get some fence around the poles?
Yeah, you need to make sure that it stays safe.
Yeah, well, the poles are not necessary at this time, to be honest with you. I mean, the fence might be grilling. The only problem here, though, is further down into the tournament, you might be regretting and saying, my net run rate, if I had only won this match with 2 overs to spare.
Yeah, it does make a difference when teams end up on similar points.
Yes.
But I think for the Yankee Royals, a win is just important at the moment.
Yeah, they want to get on the board. And you can see they're playing for that because that's a ball outside the off stump that he could have cut, maybe past the backward point, and might have been in business for boundary. But they're playing it safe, playing it, maybe playing to instructions. But I think it's the right thing to get on the board for the win.
Yeah, I totally agree. They've got to get the win first and foremost, and then they can think about doing anything fancy.
Yes. But
And I think Qureshi is playing really nicely here. He's anchoring the team. He's been in since the beginning. And that is...
1 bounce, I think he's going to go to the deep backward square leg. And I know some hearts were going up to the mouth there because it was aerial.
I did wonder if I'd said the wrong thing just beforehand, but no, he's safe. He's safe. Moves on to 41.
Yes. But that ball was there to be hit, like I said, but because they're in a defensive mode, just trying to avoid dot balls.
Yeah, he almost could have put more behind it and it would have probably flown over the fielder out in the deep, but probably, like you say, playing a little bit safer, and
Yes.
It dropped just in front of him.
Yes, but he's still there, live to survive another day, so your heart is right in its right place, it's not in your mouth.
Pushed it back down again.
And there you go, a partnership of some 25. And we're bathed here in sunshine. Let's just remind the viewers and listeners. And we're going to still have a further 2 matches. This tournament goes all the way up to the 13th, which is a Monday. And first time we're having the finals on a Monday. We always conclude on a Sunday. And Vinod and I were speaking earlier, we were saying we used to have Thanksgiving matches. It was always slated around Thanksgiving. But I guess family is like, okay, Thanksgiving, we're being in a cricket field, we want to be with family.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not thankful having to sit in the heat watching lots of cricket.
This is a lovely shot here being played here by Qureshi. Gonna get 2 though. So just like we would have said, singles with a double in between, gonna keep the required run rate around about 8. Singles, a double in between.
Yeah, no need for the big swings at the moment. I'm sure they will come in the latter overs, as they always do in a T20 game, but playing sensibly at the moment, and Qureshi facing the ball on 43.
Oh, that's a full toss. That was a gift. Christmas came early there for Qureshi, as he just whipped this one off the pads into, again, an area where you don't pay tax, because no one lives there.
And he now moves on to 47, which means that Ivor is going to have to get out of his seat. Up he gets.
Have to stand because he's over 45 and nearing his 50. Because they said that I jinx the batsmen when they're on 40, in the 40s, especially on 45, between 45 and 49.
Good chance to showcase your lovely outfit that you're wearing today as well.
Oh, I thank you. I'll take a bow, take a bow. At some stage of the day, I have to get them camera then and just show them the ways.
I'm sure Roddy will be on the case, making
Yes.
sure that everyone gets to see
Yeah.
Ivor looking as smart as he does.
Representing Cricket Council USA, decked in red. Here it comes. Another one down the leg side, badly lined again. They're going to get ones here, at least two.
Yeah.
The fielder loses his cap in the process.
Qureshi moves on to 49. Are we going to see another 50 of the tournament?
Yeah, I was told to sit so that the picture can be shown and thing, but this time I think he's going to get his 50. I can sit for that.
Yeah.
Because I've
you
already
relax.
stood.
You relax.
Yes, I've already stood, so I think once I acknowledge that he's past 45 and I stand, I think after that I can sit.
I think so.
I think so.
I wonder if he'll be aware that this is his 50 if he gets it away.
Yes, the big scoreboard is up and running, so he'll look at it, and he's fishing at this one on dry land as it goes past the outer edge.
I hope he doesn't
Bangs.
have too many nerves.
Yeah, he bangs the bat into his pad and saying, naughty, naughty, why did I go that? That ball was nowhere near my sticks, nowhere near the stump. I can only get out if I nicked it to the keeper.
Exactly, he doesn't want to do that on 49.
Yeah, he walked away and back into his stance. So let's get the 50, last ball of this over. Let's see, will he get it on this delivery? Yes, he will. There goes the young man, 50, with a beautiful looking off drive. That is going to amble through for two. So the applause outside, you can hear it. Not loud enough to come to the microphones, but his teammates would have cheered him and showed their appreciation for his 51 from 40.
Yeah, that's a really good innings from Qureshi. He's been in since the start of their innings, and he's built nicely to his 51. And the field, a slight misfield there, nearly went through his legs, managed to stop it, and Qureshi moves on to 51, and that's the end of the 12th over. The Yankee Royals 105 for 2.
With a partnership of 35, and well played. They really took the time, and there goes the message in a bottle. So now they're saying, you've got your 50 youngster.
Get on with it.
Why? Because remember we had a 51 from in the first inning. There was a 51 and then he got out. And they're going to ask him now to carry on. You're on 51. We don't need you to get out now.
Yeah, stay in. Now have some fun with it. You've got past the milestone. No point.
Yeah, no
Not
point getting
going.
out to sit in the pavilion because
Yeah.
you're not going to leave the playing area to go to the beach or to catch a flight or anything. Why come in to just watch the cricket? Let them watch you.
Exactly.
Yes. We have a saying, home who out, stay out. this one is eluding the wicket keeper, but he was miles outside the off stump when he was playing at that one. They're going to just amble for two. A good throw comes back in, buys it is. So it missed everything. But then again, if you can see it in the replay, I'm sure he was outside the wide guideline, but because the batter would have gone across, they would not be able to get wide. But he got buys because he was well wide of the mark of the wicket keeper standing up. So right arm round, outside the off stump, he's dabbing, not timing. That's Forrester. He has played his part, he's on 15 from 12. 63 to win from 47. You know, now start to mimic me when I said 63 from 47. Oh, that's easy peasy.
Yeah, they're above 8, which is required per over. They're currently on 8.8. You'd like to think that if they continue in the same manner, they're going to make the total before the end of the 20 overs.
Yes, I would think so. All of the victories when the team batting second, they've taken it all the way up into the 20th over.
Yeah, they have, you're right.
Yes.
As
So
always.
we'll see on this opening match of the third day if a team is going to overhaul the total not having gone into the 20th over. I think they're placed for this one, though, to be honest with you, because Tarif Qureshi is batting beautifully. No need to throw his hand now. There's even no need to really go hard either.
And just like that, another single, and exactly what you were just saying. No need to go hard, just get the runs.
Get the win.
Get the win, exactly. And that's all they need today after the loss yesterday.
Yes, you just need to get on the board. Just get on the board. And if it comes quickly, okay, that's good. But that's not what is required at this time. You need to get the win first and foremost. I mean, if you got a couple loose, this one is in the air and it's going, and it's gone.
Yeah, all the fielder could do there was just watch it go over his head. And Forrester with a big 6 there over long on. And he moves on to 22 off 14 deliveries.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, he can take a little more chance. I mean, even though Croatia was there before, someone has got to preserve the wicket. And if these two concede through, I think they'll get this in the 18th over, no further than the 9th. This one is wide of the off stump, but he's going to call it. Is he going to call it? He was just about, the umpire, thinking about calling a wide there.
Yeah, I think Forrester moved just too far across.
Yes, just too far.
And
But it was well wide of the mark, though, I can tell you. But as we say, he took the line with him. And because of that, and the law said, I am the sole judge of fair and unfair play. Umpire Lindo decided it will not be fair to give you a wide for that, sir, because you cannot invent a wide.
exactly right. Exactly right.
Well, 115 for 2 and a partnership of 45. I don't think that you're going to make me stand because the partnership is 45.
No, don't worry. This time you're safe. You can stay seated.
I can stay seated. I follow instructions. You see, one thing with me, I follow orders and get paid straight.
You're very good like that.
There you go. 115 for 2. We're going to have a new bowler who is Sandeep Shivaram.
Or Sandy, as we like to call him, on the back of his shirt.
Okay, Sandy. Sandy sound a little feminine. All right. Sandeep.
And just the single from his first ball. Qureshi moves on to 53. And Forrester back on strike on 22.
Yeah, he's shown signs of aggression, and I guess he too is going to become envious and say, well, I want to raise my bat for 50 as well.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
Yes, it looked good. And it looked good if they can win this with just 2 wickets that would have fallen.
Yeah, having won the toss earlier today, the Yankee Royals put the MACE Royals into bat, and they only got 169. I say only, that was pretty good total, I would have said. I
would think so too. Pretty good total, especially having realised the power play didn't get into the 30s.
No, 29 in their power play.
Just like you said, that one makes a difference. They did not get into the 30s. They
Exactly.
got to 29.
Factually correct.
Factually correct.
I will make sure you stay factually correct throughout the days.
Exactly. You've told me 50 overs is not correct. Australia bowled England out in 50.1.
But we don't need to dwell. We don't need to dwell. Should have left it.
Ooh. Well, 119 for 2. You're listening to the voice of Sasha and Ivor in the comebacks, and Vinod is somewhere around. So we'll soon be joined by the great one over there in New York, Lenny Archibald. He'll be coming in. He'll be meeting Sasha soon. That guy is a walking encyclopedia.
Brilliant. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, I'm telling you. Doesn't miss a beat, doesn't miss a ball, and he'll tell you what happened from the first delivery that would have taken place in the US Open.
Excellent.
Oh, this time he's putting out the switch hit, and he's going to get a boundary for it. One of your favorite shots.
Yeah, it does look cool when it goes doesn't it?
Exactly.
Look at him, he's just chilling, like he does this just for fun every day.
Oh, that's easy peasy. Yeah, oh, that's like, as Vinod would say, taking candy from a baby. I does this all the time. Why are you applauding? That's an easy peasy.
Easy shot.
Easy shot. But he's going to try to get to 50, I'm telling you.
If he stays in, he should easily get there. 29 off 19 at the moment, and he goes again.
Yeah, he's just 21 away. He's going 1 bounce, 2 bounces to the long off position. So he's showing the aggression. And now he's only 20 away. Only 20 away.
Only 20 away. 10 off that over from Sandy. And the Yankee Royals 125 for 2 off their 14 overs. 45 to win off 36 balls.
And I guarantee you that Forrester is saying, I can get 20 of those 45 runs that's required for victory. I can bet you it in his back of the mind. Because the way how Qureshi is playing, he's not in any hurry. So if Qureshi gets 25 and he gets 20, he'll make an even 50. And Qureshi will end up on 79.
Yeah, I think Forrester's the one playing more of the bigger shots at the moment. Qureshi has been playing some lovely classic cricket shots and has got a very nice 54. But Forrester's the one with the 6 and the 4 in the last few overs. And we'll see if he can get any more in this over.
Oh, that one is wide of the off stump. And it's not going to be called wide again. But the batsman, maybe it was not outside of the mark, but I know his feet was anchored. And he stretched outside the off stump. I want to say good morning to Mr. Peter Nero. Peter Nero down there in Trinidad and Tobago. Good man. He's an instructor in terms of umpires. This time he's going aerial, he's going big, he's going far, and it's gone long, and it's gone for another US Open maximum.
Yeah, just as I was saying, Forrester's the one going for the big hits. Can he get another one? He does.
Yes, he's in the mood for that. And I think the message that came out in a bottle after Qureshi would have made his 50 is to play for the not out. You know, we have the player of the match, player of the game after every match. So
definitely putting himself in the contention, in the contesting area.
He's in contention.
That's the word.
So the partnership has gone to some 61. Outside the awesome, he's cutting, but there's a man at deep backward point. But that was a good looking shot. He came down like an axe coming down in a tree. Smooth, yes.
Yeah, it's almost like he's getting a bit hungry. Lunch is around the corner and he doesn't want to miss any hot food.
No, he reaches up to 37 from 23. I'm telling you, he's eyeing that 50. This is the biggest tournament in all of North America. I can tell you, the US Open. Only the ICC approved matches that would supersede the US Open.
Yeah, that was good running between these two. Put pressure on the fielder to get the ball back quickly, and it was a little bit off target. And so they managed to get back easily for 2 runs.
Yes, well, Mudani in his last over has gone for some 33 so far. He has not placed himself in the wicket column, but there's only 2 wickets will have fallen, so Qureshi now is back on strike. He looks good. Oh, he's going big. He's going far. and hard and high and just over the head of the fielder. He knocked it in, I would think. But I think the umpire is waiting for confirmation from the fielder. We'll have a replay. We'll look at it here on the big screen. It goes up, up, up. And it dropped inside rope. Inside 4. I think you can confirm it with this. I mean, inside for 2. Did they want 2? I think, yes.
Looks like they
just 2 runs because the ball came back down inside. It did not touch the rope.
I think they've only one, sorry.
Oh, they won 1.
Because it looks like Forrester and the red helmet is on strike. So
Yes,
just
yes.
just the one. Good stop from the fielder out in the deep.
This time he's sweeping, not timing it, getting a top edge for a single.
Yeah, no, that fielder out on long off did well there. We thought it had gone all the way for a 6. Qureshi getting into the boundaries, but no, he managed to stop it and just let the single through. So only saving 5, I say only,
Yes.
5 runs saved, which
Yeah.
is as many as you can, really.
A big 5 runs. And it, well, I guess he too was surprised that Qureshi would have gone big. He has not played an aggressive shot in the last 4 or 5 overs. All the big hitting came from Winston Forrester. But Winston Forrester is aiming that 50. He's just 12 away. I think he will get it. Do I have to stand again? I'm in a comfortable seat.
Yeah, it does look very comfortable. Well, we'll see. He is on 38, so you've got a little bit of time.
Have some time, okay. I
They've
thought
got-
you were going to say he's just 2 strikes away, two maximum.
Well, he might be. But in that case, he'll only be on 45, so you can stay seated.
Okay, there
Oh,
we
no,
go.
yeah, that's right. No, 40,
Yeah.
44.
He'll be in 44.
Apologies.
He'll be in 44.
As
No,
you can
same
tell,
thing. So,
mass is not my strong point.
oh, he's trying to get a single here, turning it into the onside. No, 2. I think he was trying to play for 2, trust me. Because the boundary riders or the deep backward square leg mid wicket, long on. Then he had the long off and cover sweeper. And he was just trying to turn it off the square. Didn't get a hold of that one. He tried to pull it down to the deep backward square leg. He's kicking himself, saying, "No, how did I let that one get away?" But I think he might be kicking himself to say, "How did I get off strike?"
Yeah, I think you're right. He's wanting to get there quickly, and like I say, I think he's ready for lunch. He's wanting to get back to the pavilion and see what's on offer.
Yes, I guess he's thinking net run rate. Qureshi's thinking, "I want to win. I want to see this through." He batted beautifully to the innings. This time it's a full pitch, but he didn't do enough with it. He did enough to get the single.
Yeah, we spoke to Qureshi before the game today, and exactly what you were saying. He said the win is mostly important. Doesn't really matter about everything else. Get the win, but if they can do it in style,
Are you saying
even
I'm
better.
Are you saying I'm a mind reader?
I
I was not there.
I think you might be.
I was not there. It's the right way to think. So I think I just used common sense really, and said this is what he should be thinking or saying.
Exactly.
Sometimes I put on my captain's hat, you know.
It's always there if you need it.
So I need my sailor cap. Is there? Do they have a captain's hat around here?
Should have brought mine in.
Okay,
Got
well,
one back in London.
well, I'll hold you to that. Next time, this is not going to be
time.
your last time coming to the United States. Again, welcome to the great United States of America. This one is played with some precision as it gets under the grasp of the man on the point and allow the fielders to run a double. So there goes the required run rate. It's under 8 now. It's up to what, 7.2, I think, 7.2. By my reckoning, 140 for the loss of just 2 wickets. And look at the partnership.
Yeah, it's lovely. Partnership of 70 at the moment, and it doesn't look like it's going to get broken anytime soon.
A lovely shot again, but there's coverage on the point boundary as they just amble through for a single. But Winston, he is on 40, but he will not be on strike at the beginning of over number 17. I guess he's going to tell his partner, listen, I want to get on strike. I know we're going to win the game, but let me get my 50 as well.
Yeah, help me out of it.
No, I'm recommend. I am just representing.
There you go.
Here it is.
It's got the full red tracksuit on here. Looking good.
Oh.
And as we said earlier, Christmas colours, green and red.
It came early.
Christmas has come
That's
early.
right. we have to get the wardrobe for Vinod.
Yeah, he's not as as exciting colours.
He said he's thinking about the folks back home in Trinidad and Tobago. They're losing 25 persons a day due to COVID.
Yeah, that's not good to hear.
So he's standing with his compatriots in Trinidad and Tobago, the great land, TNT. You know what is Trinidad gift to the world?
Similar to a G&T, is that right?
TNT, yes, it's close. But do you know what is Trinidad gift to the world? Give a guess, one guess, and then I'll take you to
the people.
No, it's the steel pan.
Oh.
Yeah, that steel pan, that's Trinidad gift to the world.
Well, that is a gift that
Yes,
keeps on
indeed.
giving.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So Foster would have got his wish of having given the instructions. Okay, I stand corrected. Trinidad gift to the world is our official scorer, Waddy Lallman.
And he really is the gift that keeps on giving. I was lucky enough to get a chocolate muffin from him this morning.
Oh, lucky you, lucky you. This guy not even have ever given me a stay down. And he's given you muffin.
You got to arrive early to get the goods.
Yeah. But you see, when I come in, I just walk the grounds. I just walk around to see if I can see people to say good morning before I come and join you lovely people upstairs.
Of course.
I walk the car park to make sure that everybody's in the right place and stuff.
That's why you're missing out on the muffins.
Yeah. No, but you see, I used to run track and field.
Okay.
And I realized I used to come like 4th and 5th. This is a big hit. It's gone a long way over there, and he's went for 6. Yes, another 6. So Qureshi is saying, I'm going to get on with it. He's on to 67 from 50. And we just what? Yeah, he used his feet nicely. I like to see this young man bat. I sure Vinod's going to have a word or two with him before the day's over.
Yeah, he's put in a good show today for everyone watching back.
And he goes again, but this time goes one bounce down to the long on region. So I guess the instructions are, let's get on with it. Forrester is only 41 away, so he will get to his 50. It's a partnership of 80. So I'll continue after the thing about my waist and how I had to overcome being in view. Outside the off stump, bang! Into the offside, but it goes quickly out to the cover sweeper. Goes for a single. Foster goes on to 42. When I would have seen 42, I always remember my granddad. He died at the age of 42.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, that's a long time ago. Long time ago, he would have died at 42. But the guy was a genius, man. And this is a loud appeal, but that one was definitely going down like. Not out, says umpire Lindo. So you're telling me to come in early. I couldn't get to come in the top 3. So I used to come like 4th, 5th, 6th. 10 of us were racing. And they would always talk about 4 persons. And I decided, well, I can't get in the top 3 for sure. I have to be the 4th person to get in.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I decided?
Trip everyone else up.
No, I decided to come in last.
Why is that?
Because they always talk about the first 3 and the one who comes in last.
Now that is very clever from you.
So I get to be on show. My name get to call. When I come in middle with jumble up with 4, 5, 6 and 7.
Yeah, you get forgotten, don't
You
you?
get forgotten and you get lost in the crowd. So I decide
No.
I want to get on camera too. So everybody looking at me when the race is over.
Smart head of yours.
Yes, you have to find a way.
Where there's a will, there is a way. And
Yes.
you definitely found it.
But I reminded Vinod of his story, what he did. I read it in the book that Vinod used to arrange races.
Oh, yeah.
We keep our eyes on the cricket at the same time. Soft hands here again, and off and running. So Foster is in the nervous 40s. He was being aggressive, and now he's in the 40s. He decided, I need at 50, I'm going to take my time.
Yeah, almost a switch between the two. Qureshi hitting the ball around a bit more freely, and Forrester playing a little bit more nervously as he creeps up to his half century.
So this is what Vinod's partner did. He and his partner organized races,
Okay.
but his partner was really clever. The partner owned, he owned this track and field.
Okay.
So here they are running, and every time his son would come in, he will come in last. Oh, there it is. He make a mark of it. He did all the hard work getting around there, trying to prevent the boundary. And in the end, the ball eluded him and went over the boundary rope for 4. So Qureshi goes into the 70s now. He is on a 72. And the run rate is, the required run rate is down to now 5.2. And like I said, it's easy peasy. So Qureshi's on strike. He's batted beautifully. This time he's turning this one with soft hands. They're going to try to get to 2. It's going to be relaxing 2 in the end. That is good batting. Very, very good batting. He swept for 4 and then he just turned it just for the 2. So 7 runs from 3 balls. I think this is going to be over quicker in a hurry.
Yeah, I think they're ready to call this one a game.
Yes,
Finish it off.
Yeah, I'm not too sure you're going to go into the 20th over. 12 to win from 15. And I did say that. And this time he's going inside out and taken. That's a beautiful catch. It went like a rocket to the man at the backward point, but he took it with ease.
Yeah, Qureshi's played a lovely innings. He probably would have wanted to see it out to the end, but he's played really well, and 74 is definitely nothing to be upset about there.
No. Yeah, so he's taken near the 30-yard circle. A good inning. I'm sure he's going to get a standing ovation for his 74. And in 2020 cricket, of course, 74 is a big score.
Yeah, he's played really well, and
Yes.
as I said, he'll be disappointed with that because he was playing really nicely, and of course he would have wanted to see his team out to the win, but thumbs up to the cameraman as he comes off. Little wave to the supporters on the sideline, and he'll probably put his feet up now for the rest of the day.
Yeah, well,
knowing that he's
not so fast. I still think that Vinod's going to have a word with this young man.
Oh, he's got some work to do.
Yes, he can't put his feet up that quickly because he batted beautiful. I think he batted well enough to be on camera, even if he's not the player of the match. I'm not the adjudicator, but I think that the way how he batted and steered the inning to safety. Just 12 needed away when he departed. 12 from 15 at that time. I think he would have done the work, and he's definitely in contention for player of the match.
Yeah, another man in contention is Winston Forrester, currently 43 off 30, and also bowled really nicely in the first innings. But new man to the crease, Rizwan Mazhar, facing his first ball now. And cleverly gets it away for a single and gets Forrester back on strike, which is exactly what he was probably told to do going out there now. 11 to win off 13 balls.
So 11 to win, and 7 is needed by Forrester to raise his bat for that 50. It'll be well deserved, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's at the right end to do it. Let's see what he can do now. And
He's gone big. Yes, definitely. He's saying, I'm going to need this 50, so I just have to stand when he gets on strike because he's on 49.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait a little bit. He finished that over with that huge 6, which you can see now on the replay.
Yeah, that's why I said when he gets back on strike and the 5 runs is not being realized, and I'm sure.
One more time, just.
Yeah, Rizwan Mahar is going to have to say, I know we need 5 runs, I can hit a 6, but that'll be unfair if I do not allow this guy to get his 50.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to play a safe little single now.
And let me see if I'm going to be right today. I said in the 19th over they're going to win this match. He will not go into the 20th over. You think I'm on the money?
I think you will be, yeah.
Well, I need to stop sitting on the money and get up and put it in the bank.
Yeah, if you could pass some of that around, that'd be lovely. Share that money around while you're sitting on it over there.
But quickly, let me finish this thing with Vinod and his partner. His partner organized these races. And every time, it's about 10 people racing. the guy's son would always come in last. He come in 10th. For the fourth, fifth time, if he come in and they laugh, he comes in 10th. After this ball, I'll finish it. Just like the doctor ordered, just hit the 1-1 and you get away and get Forrester on strike. And that means I have to stand. I was saying after this ball, I'll tell you, but I think the 50 is more important for the youngster. I wonder what his bowling figures. He would have bowled Foster if you can get that. Well, we'll get it at the end. So in he comes now, he bowls, and this Forrester is pulling this one, it's pulling well, and there goes the young man, 50. And there's an applaud, you can hear it here now. And there goes the bat raising. Well done, youngster.
Yeah, he was waiting for that moment, and well deserved. And again,
yes, well played. A US Open 50 is always on the cards. This culture out, and from this tournament, you know, people get into the CPL, people get into the draft for the IPL, the Big Bash, all these 2020 cricket that played around the world. So these guys are cognizant of the fact, so they're showcasing their ways. And if you want to be a professional cricketer, this can very well be a stepping stone.
yeah, we've got some very well-known players playing, but also some new faces as well. And as you said, it's a great platform for everyone to showcase their skills here in Florida, in the good old US of A.
Yes, well, Winston Forrester is on 50, so it'll be very fitting if he can play the winning shot. Let's see. And, well, the scores are level. I think both batters should be in front of the mic, in front of the television camera, with Vinod Manchad in the middle of them. Those two 50 batters.
Yeah, they've played really nicely.
70. Yes, he 70 something, and Forrester is on 51.
And that
so
is the win.
Is. Game, set, match.
That's a lovely win for the Yankees. Sorry, not the Yankees, the Yankee Royals. Apologies.
So handshakes are going up all around. And we'll give you the scorecard, those that would have really, really contributed, and the bowling figures. And then after that, I'll finish the race that I'm speaking about.
So the Yankee Royals have won quite easily. Bilal Tariq Qureshi, 74 off his 55 balls. Jamal Morgan contributing 25 off 19. Wicketkeeper Das, only 2 off 3. But in comes Winston Forrester, who is 51 not out at the end. And Rizwan Mazar, 4 off 4. And 14 extras, leading to their win, 170 for 3 off 18.5 overs. And we move on to the bowling figures. And I'll pass over to Ivor.
And the bowling, not much there to write home about. Just 2 wickets would have fallen, 3 wickets as a matter of fact, and 1 each for Gedam. He 1 for 21. We have Ali Sheikh, he got 1 for 24, and Praveen Ayaparaju, he got 1 for 24. And that's what we have here for you. 170 for 3 from 18.5 overs. The first win goes to the MACE Royals. No, I beg your pardon, the Yankee Royals. The Yankee Royals would have got the first win. And the MACE Royals playing the first match, so they're 1 down.
Yeah, I think the MACE Royals are also going to have another game today. Their first game on day 1 was washed out, and unfortunately it won't be televised, but they're going to try and catch up on one of the other pitches.
On the outfield.
On the outfield to try and catch up with that game that was missed on day 1. But as you said, win for the Yankee Royals, and they'll be really pleased.
Well, innings closed, folks, and we're going to having a presentation downstairs, and we don't know who is the player of the match as of yet, but Vinod is trying to get his crew in place for the presentation, He would have left without the trophy, so that is going to be taken downstairs any minute now. So you would have heard it. We have a second match that's going to be coming up. I think the USA All-Star, and I have no idea who's the other team, but I'll get that for you. Oh, match number 2, Cavaliers 22 yards versus US All-Stars. That comes up next, and it's going to be coming up right after the presentation. So, folks, again, we're bathed in lovely, lovely sunshine, Florida sunshine for all you visitors. We want to welcome you to South Florida, and especially those who are inside of the stadium. Welcome to this beautiful stadium here in Bounty Coward County Stadium. I'm getting all tongue-tied. But it is situated in the beautiful city of Lauderhill. So we're going to be taking you downstairs for the presentation, the play of the game. We'll see you back in a few for game number 2.
That's in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, welcome to the match presentation ceremony for game number 7 of the 2021 US Open. Let me say congratulations to the good guys from the Yankee Royals. And it took an Aussie today, a man from the outback, to bring that victory for them. And Bilal Qureshi, 71, he showed that there is place for proper batting in T20 cricket. That innings was class. It was pure class. So he's our man of the match. And imagine this. An English person is now presenting an award to an Australian. And she has to smile. Sasha Grace will present the award to Bilal Qureshi.
Congratulations.
And that battle, that banter continues between England and Australia as we continue this tournament and between these two. That's it for now.
Thank you.
Hey, brother, congrats. That's on. That's on. Yeah, it's sun.
Thank you. Thank God.
John. At least one courage, she make her run.